Welcome in, everybody. Baltimore baseball against these Royals from Kansas City in ice cold weather out there. It is freezing in the game today. So welcome in. Let me get over here. Let me take up the deck a little bit. I need to make my deck bigger. Let's see if that did it. That did a little bit. I get a little bit more. There we go. Get a little bit more of the sound in. It's at 83. You do a refresh on that real quick.
Just back at 4. That's good.
There we go. Thank you, Doug. Pringle, hello. Thank you, Doug, for dropping all those stats too. Debbie Bernfeld, hello. Kolya, hello. Welcome in, friends. Baltimore baseball. We'll see how we can get it done today. Hashtag get her done. That's what she said. Hello, Jeannie. Welcome in.
You need a lawyer? You have a lawyer. Call us at Science and
Thank you for joining here this afternoon.
We can help you get the answers you deserve. Call Science and Cook at 1-800-LAWYERS.
We are waiting on the last couple sets of commercials here, and we're going to get started. Hopefully, YouTube will give us a share out today and get some more people over here today. I'd like to, by the end of football tonight, be over that 26,200 number. That would be good. Little 20 shot today on the channel would be a beautiful thing. Alex Miller, welcome in. Everybody help us out by hitting the likes. It's free to do. Doesn't cost a penny, and you can help us greatly. Thank you, Debbie.
You can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning.
Thank you.
And job experience. Why we offer scholarships and affordable tuition. And why we
appreciate everybody being here today. Let's take a look down the lineups here for the Baltimore Orioles. Henderson, Westberg, Mullins, Mountcastle, O'Neill, Herkstead, Urias, Sanchez, and Holiday. That'll be an interesting lineup. Baltimore needs to start scoring some runs. That's the one thing they need to do to try to start make things a little bit better on the overall front. You can help your pitchers drastically by scoring a bunch in there. I think we're averaging, I don't know, 2.5 maybe, something like that. Kansas City Royals, let's look at their lineup. India, Witt, Pascatino, Perez, Massey, Renfro, Melendez, Garcia, and Isabel. Hey, they've played well this year. Orioles are going to have to come to play if they want to beat these Kansas City Royals.
Brilliantly boring since 1865.
On the hill, Watcha for Kansas City. Watcha for Kansas City.
1-800-LAW Tigers. Union Station, historic train station of beautiful Kansas City, Missouri.
Watcha 0-1, 2.25 ERA in 4 innings that he pitched. 4 walks and 2 Ks. Opponents hit 3.08 against him. Sugano's 0-1, 4.50 ERA, 4 innings pitched, 2 walks, 1 K. Opponents hitting 250 against him. We'll see how they go. Got to do better than his last start. Bird's got to hit as well.
Early KB, he gave up 2 runs in the first inning. George Springer, a 2-out, 2 RBI single, all looking. But I tell you what, after that, he got it going. He calmed down. He retired 10 of the final 13 batters that he faced. And all of a sudden, his second warm-up toss going out to the 5th inning. Everybody could run it out. Everybody thought the worst, but thank gosh, it was just a hand cramp, but it would end the day.
A hand cramp. Okay. Well, sometimes you have a hand cramp.
I love the way he finished. I think he's going to be a lot better today. Now, the conditions aren't great. It's going to be cool out. Going to be hard to grip the ball a little bit for him, but
Sagano, Orioles wearing their orange tops and gray bottoms.
Start number 2 will come against the Royals. Gunnar Henderson.
Actually, it's orange and white today. Orange and white. Okay. Let's go, Birds. Get something going. Dun, 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 dun. Should be coming back with first pitch in about 2 minutes. Da.
Find your ultimate playground at KCvsBAL.com.
I say yes, baby.
We got plenty of emojis in there for the for everybody today.
Yes means exceptional customer service.
Plenty of emojis.
Family. Yes means Jack has my back.
Yes means I got the largest selection to choose from. I got the car of my dreams. Yes means I got top dollar for my trade, and Jack says yes.
Jack says yes.
Jack says
in
yes.
all 11 Antwerpen locations.
When I say yes, you pay less.
I'm retired now, but
The same Orioles commercials here.
Grand Slam actually took a sweet ride right into the flat court, and it was awesome. Could be awesome for you too if you play Home Run Riches from.
This is a really weird commercial for our lottery.
Or be a contestant in the game and win $500 for being selected, $500 for every Orioles home run, and $5,000 for every Grand Slam. Sounds like a ball, if you ask me. Enter all season at mdlottery.com.
Let's go. We're ready.
And he was injured in the line of duty.
We're ready to start.
Deployed to Iraq. An IED detonated 3 feet from my face.
It was bad.
I remember thinking, who's going to take care of my wife and daughter?
We took care of each other with a lot of help from DAV.
Every year, DAV helps more than 1 million veterans like Jason.
This is a veterans thing. It's pretty good.
My victory is knowing my disability doesn't define me.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
That's another good one. All right, here we go. Kauffman Stadium, Kansas City, Missouri.
Another brisk and blustery April day here at Kauffman Stadium.
It's at the 30-degree mark down there.
To State Tomoyuki Sagano.
Watching baseball, you're thinking, it's got to be warm, right? Not today. No.
Yuto Sakurai.
Again, Orioles going to start with Henderson, Westberg, Mullins, Mountcastle, O'Neill, Herkstead, Urias, Sanchez, and Holiday. What's up, Ryan Rowe? How you doing, buddy?
The number 3 hitter today. He's been moving up and down and all around the lineup. And Gary Sanchez gets the start, giving Adley Rutschman the day off, at least to start on this Saturday afternoon. Orioles 3-5, Royals 3-4, and the Kansas City pitcher is Michael Wacha.
33-year-old Michael Wacha, his 13th big league season. I tell you what, you go back to last year, one of his best years is in his 13 years in the big leagues. 13 wins, a 3.35 ERA, the second most innings pitched last year in his entire career. And I tell you what, first start this year.
Wacha.
Because he had 4 walks in there. You see the 4 walks and 2 strikeouts.
Wacha.
87 pitches, only gave up 1 earned run. So Michael Wacha, a very, very tough.
Wacha, a 4-seam, changeup, curveball, slider, cutter, and sinker, 5-pitch pitcher.
4-seam fastball, and he also has a sinker about 3% of the time. So total about 50% fastball. And the changeup, curveball, slider, and cutter. But his changeup is by far his best pitch. Last year, opponents only hit 169 off of that changeup. He used it about 32%.
All right, here we go. We're ready to roll.
The pitch that's remade him from really a big league vagabond for a couple of years to a terrific starter.
Right-hander Wacha kicks and deals. Strike go to quarter, 4-11. Starting game time, 4-11.
Wacha going short sleeves today. Can't say that for most of the folks on the field or most of the folks in the ballpark. It's a chilly one on this.
Henderson fouls that off.
Henderson sprays and cutter out of play. Our first pitch time today, 3:10. Temperature's 47. The feels like
temperature is 47 degrees.
What do you say the regular temperature? 47. I want to go 37. 32. Oh,
ball down low, 1-2. Wind chill feels like 32 at the ballpark today. That's just cold. That's just flat out cold. You don't want to be at the ballpark in 32. Ball down low, 2-2.
That's the signature pitch for Wacha. And a pitch that Gunnar Henderson hit very well last year.
Well, that's just how he likes to use it, too. You saw the fastball inside, the cutter inside, and then he sped the bat up and went to that changeup.
Ball down low, 3-2.
Right back to it for ball 3.
And that's what makes his changeup so good, KB. He will use the inside.
Anybody's brand new in here for the first time, say hello. We'd love to welcome you in.
With his best pitch, which is that changeup.
Ground ball hit hard up the middle. Shortstop playing there. That's an out. That's another hit taken away.
That's his 4th 100-mile-per-hour or harder hit ground ball of the series, and he's 1 for 4.
Now, can the baseball guy just give Gunnar Henderson just a little bit of love here? I mean, he is hitting rocket after rocket after rocket.
KK, welcome in.
Not much to show for it. 1 base hit. That was an infield hit last night.
Plymouth Rock, hello. Good to see you. Ground ball hit hard over to third. Up clean. Over to first. Picked it out of the dirt. That's an out. 2 away. BALvsKC picked it out of the dirt.
Talk about fielding percentage. If you go by fielding, 11th best in Major League Baseball. Left to right in the outfield. Lindez, KCvsBAL, and Retro gets to start out in right field. You double play combination. Bobby Witt Jr. and Garcia. Down at the Indian, you just saw it third. Pasquantino at first. And Salvador Perez, the veteran, behind home plate to Orioles.
Mullins takes the ball inside for a strike. Sorry, ball 1. They called it. Umpire was meant to raise his hand and lowered it down. Ball 1, 1-0. Mullins looks to bunt, pulls back. 2-0.
Blake, and you'll miss Cedric Mullins in a different spot in the lineup. Yesterday, he was a cleanup hitter. Had a double in the walk at 4 plate appearances.
Strike right there, 2-1.
Moves up to third. It's the first time he's hit there this season. In fact, he's hit almost everywhere. He's the first player in the modern era of baseball to hit in 7 different spots in the lineup.
Foul ball.
Team's first 9 games of the season.
Well, he might as well be hitting the top of the lineup. 11 RBIs. That leads the club. As a matter of fact, nobody in the American League has more RBIs than Cedric Mullins other than Aaron Judge. He has 17.
Foul ball.
Mullins jams a fastball away. Batted leadoff on Thursday for the first time since September 2023. Yesterday batted cleanup for only the second time, first time since July 2023.
Ball down low, 3-2.
3 hitters, he takes 1 in the dirt. It's only Cedric's second ever start as the number 3 hitter. The other one came a season ago.
That's the RBI leader in the American League. Judge tops at 17. That is impossible almost to have that many RBIs already, but he does.
Mullins fouls it off, 3-2.
What's he got, 6 homers ago?
Anybody first timer in here, say hello. We'd love to welcome you in.
Think about this. Remember the start he got off to last year? It was a dreadful start.
Yeah, poor April.
Yeah, he had a really poor April. Ended up with how many homers?
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ouch, he goes down. 1-2-3 inning. India, Witt, BALvsKC coming up.
Second start as an Oriole will be.
Ay, ay, ay.
Having insurance isn't the same as having safety.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's like getting Bateman when you need to.
Looking for a symbol to put between those guys.
Never play with poison ivy.
Someone's a flirt.
Bateman, please.
Elliot, welcome in.
So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm.
Oh, I get it now. Poison ivy.
Thank you, Doug.
Outlast and outlive. Toyota trucks are unmatched, unstoppable, unequaled. Take Tacoma, now with an available iForce Max turbocharged hybrid engine, outfitted with the most
Oh, I
advanced
want a
tech,
trash can.
ready for anything. Buy a Tacoma now with 4.99% APR. Lease a Tacoma SR5 for just $259 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
Bookstores. I read that one. I read that one. I didn't read that one. Didn't read
To
that
put a
one.
chess piece between them all.
My pleasure, because I earn unlimited 2% cash back.
This is fascinating. Did you know whales and barnacles have a parasitic relationship?
Oh, I love my parasitic relationship.
Anybody else new in here, say hello. We'd love to welcome you in. Hope you found our channel looking for us today.
And there is Tomoyuki Sagano, 35 years old, making his second major league start. See what he did his first time out. 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. They were both earning, gave both of those up in the first inning.
Sugano.
After that, retired till the final 13, and they'd have the big strikeout pitch working. Walked a couple, but it is control and command. Going to show you just a little bit of everything. 2 and a 4 seam.
Right-hander kicks and deals first pitch.
And a curveball as well.
Strike right there.
Here's the 2-0 runs it over the strike zone to Jonathan India, the Royal leadoff man. With 35-year-old Sugano.
1-0 pitch, fly ball left field.
The Central League
Got under it. Hersted's got it.
Kerstad will retrieve this.
Kerstad makes the play.
From Indiana, Sugano has a quick first out. Bobby Wood Jr. bats second for a Kansas City team that's now up to 12 in a major sport.
Well, that didn't work.
Runs per game. Michael Garcia down to the 8th spot has an extra base hit in all 5 starts, including a double and 3 RBIs last night. Sugano to Wick with a painted strike 1. That's where Tomoyuki Sugano will have to live. The stuff not overwhelming. He did touch 95 in spring training. The Drew Frank said on the 20 to 80 scouting scale, said his spring training, Sugano could be an 80 command. That's the highest possible score.
Very similar to Eflin. The Orioles have one starter right now. Both of them are really good controlling command guys. Put hitters on defense on their own right away and has multiple pitches to kind of put you away. Sugano typically, throughout his career in Japan, more of a ground ball pitcher. 6 of his 12 outs against the Blue Jays were ground balls.
1-2 after a swing and a miss to Witt. It was late on a sweeper. Once Bobby Witt swinging through a 90-mile-per-hour fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Bobby Witt.
Sugano got him to do the pitch before. The MVP runner-up now 24 years old.
Ball outside.
Think about it. Decided not to offer at the sweeping breaking ball.
Middle of June, Elliot. Middle of June.
Terrific numbers against the Orioles. In his career, 329, 913 OPS. He's a little late on this fastball.
Fly ball, right center field. O'Neill's going to call it.
But Tyler ends up with the ultimate catch. And 2 pretty routine fly balls induced by Sugano.
But taking a look at the Oriole defense, fielding 982. That is 21st out of 30 teams in the big leagues. Left to right in the outfield, Kerstad, Mullins, and O'Neill.
Kerstad, Mullins, O'Neill around the outfield. Arias, Holiday, Westberg, Mountcastle around the infield.
Gary Sanchez gets to start behind home plate for the Orioles.
Gary Sanchez behind the plate tonight. Vinny Pascatino, left-hander. First baseman for the Royals. Ball down low, 1-0. Mr. Thibodeau, hello, welcome in. Thank you for being here today. Anybody else brand new, say hello in the chat. We'd love to welcome you in.
Just inside the right field line with the bases loaded.
Like 3 or 4 balls that fell.
Ground ball tapped foul.
Last night. Don't see that very often. What did happen? One time in baseball last year?
3-run singles. Yep. 1 time in baseball last year.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away here in the first.
Way back in like 1980.
Birds want to get a 1, 2, 3 inning themselves and go hit a little bit.
Since the Royals had a 3-run single. Ha-Sung Kim had the only one.
Sugano kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3 in the dirt. He got him. That'll end the inning. Baltimore coming to hit.
Start number 2 for Tomoyuki Sugano.
Yeah, Sugano with that slip trigger fastball picks up his very
Da-na-na-na.
of the day.
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and
All right, I'm working on my scoreboard here.
It's pronounced Liberty. Liberty.
Neil, hello, welcome in. Performing tonight. Do I have a box score? Sure we do.
Hey, I'm not the one acting like a total baby.
Who's 2?
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty.
There's a lot sitting here too.
Dun, dun, dun. Come on.
A blind spot that's never out of sight. How it should be.
Appreciate everybody coming in today. Should be a good game here. We're excited about it. Afternoon baseball. Rand P, hello, welcome, aloha, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in.
To the ballpark on Saturday, April 12th, as the Orioles take on the Toronto Blue Jays at Oriole Park and Camden Yards at 4:05. Be one of the first 15,000 fans.
Elliot's Art World. Welcome in, Elliot's Art World. Is this your first time here, Elliot's Art World?
when the O's wear their orange on orange uniforms. Snag this giveaway featuring Cedric Mullins.
Bill, hello. Grandpa husband in the house.
Welcome to the clubhouse.
Welcome to the clubhouse, Elliot's Art World. Thank you for subscribing today. Oh, I get it now, Neil. I wasn't thinking about that. Gotcha.
This is partly why last year Mountcastle against Michael Waka, back when left field was a real beast at Camden Yards. 8 for 19 in his career against Waka with a triple, 3 homers, and 7 RBIs plus a walk. So
first pitch coming into Mountcastle's ball upstairs, 1-0. We're off and running.
moves into the cleanup spot where he takes ball 1. Tyler O'Neill, Heston Kjerstad will follow.
Strike on a corner. He didn't like the call. It is what it is. He didn't like it.
There are the career numbers for Mountcastle. One of a couple of Orioles with great numbers against Waka. Mullins and Arias have also handled very well.
Ball down low.
Waka is what's known as a reverse splits pitcher. Typically, a right-handed pitcher will be better against righties. A left-handed pitcher against lefties because of the way the ball moves. Difficulty of the hitter picking it up. Not the case for Waka.
Ground ball ripped foul.
Actually, really struggle. Righties typically hit a much better bit, largely because of that changeup.
Yeah, I mean, that's the difference maker. And look, the changeup is good enough. He'll use it against right-handers and left-handers, but it is deadly to left-handers. But again, it's kind of what we talked about. He sets up lefties really well, fastballs in, and then slows that bat down, that changeup down in the way.
Grounded foul again.
Where does a fastball best play?
Elliot's Art World is your art channel. Oh, okay, Elliot. Didn't know you had an art channel.
If you look at the spin rates on Michael Waka, his spin rates are not anything impressive. Matter of fact, he's about 100 RPMs below big league average on his 4-seam spin rate. So for me, his fastball is going to play downstairs.
Line drive going the other way. Base hit. Going to fall in for Mountcastle.
He will ride up to change the eye level, but he wants to be down with his fastball. Then the reason he wants to be down because he wants to start that changeup at the same elevation, but have it bottom out as he go down. That's a good sign for Mountcastle right there. A little inside-out swing. It just pushes it out to right field for a base hit.
He's ready for the low fastball. He's got the Orioles' first hit of the day. Tyler O'Neill hoping for a bounce-back afternoon.
Tyler O'Neill up there ready to rock. O'Neill hitting 346 on the year.
A couple of poor jumps in the outfield.
Right-hander Waka at the set. Kicks and deals.
Single in the 8th inning.
Ball upstairs. 1-1.
In his view, because Jackson Holiday and Ryan Mountcastle ended up in right field with him. O'Neill threw to second. Rather than try to run the ball back in and throw home, and Bobby Witt Jr. came all the way in from first to score.
But it wasn't going to do no good to run it in home because he wasn't going to out.
Ball just misses 2-1.
Best play than just to throw it home. Bobby Witt was running 100 miles an hour from first base on contact with 2 out, and he never checked up coming around third.
So tough day for Tyler, but a pretty good start to the season all the same.
Ball upstairs, 3-1.
Michael Waka is quick to home plate. For a guy that's 6'6", 215 pounds, he doesn't have a big leg kick. It's almost a slide step. I don't know if he does it every time, but he needs to be quick. He can't be quick for a tall pitcher.
Strike on the inside, 3-2. Came back with it.
Waka's got 6 pitches. That's the 5th most thrown of the 6 to righties. Is not quite Seth Lugo, but he will keep you guessing. Mountcastle's going to go.
Ball inside, walk.
An inside changeup in the first 2 Orioles reach in the second. Our Maryland Lottery fast play contestant of the game is William Baker from Hagerstown, who's won $500 for being selected, and will win $500 more for every Orioles home run, $5,000 for each host grand slam today.
Orioles need to hit some of those home runs, too. We talked about it. 10 home runs in the first 3 games of the year. Only 1 home run for the Orioles in their last 5.
And don't forget, you can be the fast play of the game at ndlottery.com/home run. That's to Kjerstad In search of his first big fly of the year.
On the Profar suspension, hey, got what he deserved. If you're cheating, you're cheating. That's my opinion. It'll hurt their team for sure. Yeah, if you're doing illegal stuff and they catch you, it's your own fault.
Quite the show in batting practice today.
He made a choice. That wasn't a mistake, you know.
To the top row of the Falcons.
1-1 to Hurstead. Ball down low, 2-1.
The approach for the Orioles, did you see it down, let it go? Because that's where he wants to start that changeup. Just about knee high. It's going to fade well below the zone. I think the approach is going to be anything you see down, try to lay off of it as you can.
Ground ball hit hard, but foul. He stung it, but it was foul.
Make Michael Waka push that changeup and push it up in the zone where it's more hittable.
Base hit and walk. The first two Orioles.
2-2 pitch. Ground ball battles it off. It's hard to say. You never know with those guys, you know, right?
2023.
Whether it was something that was going on for a long time.
Changeup rate of any pitcher, about a third of the time. Also the fifth highest in zone rate. He will throw the changeup often for a strike, not just for a chase.
Pops it up, third base. That'll be an out.
Indy is there for the first out.
He gets in trouble, KB, he's going to lean on that changeup even a little bit more, too. That is his go-to pitch. He's improved it. I've never seen him over at Texas A&M. That's where he went to college. Born in Iowa City, Iowa. Drafted in the first round, 19th overall back in 2012 out of Texas A&M. But he had a good fastball and a good changeup, even back in college.
Here's Ramon with one down. And a strike with a high fastball.
Queen Tanya, hello. Welcome in.
Michael Waka was a first rounder out of A&M. Went 19th to the Cardinals in 2012. The next year, he was the MVP of the National League Championship Series.
Ground ball tapped over to third. Gonna go to first with it, get the out. Two runners will advance. Bird's gonna need a 2-out hit.
Last night, only 6 opportunities with runners in scoring position. 1 for 6. Love to strike first here from Gary Sanchez. Now, Gary hasn't had a ton of luck off from Michael Waka in his career. In fact, I think he's 0 for 9 with 6 strikes.
Gary Sanchez doesn't even have a registered at bat this year. Check swing. How about a 2-out hit here, kid?
First pitch cutter.
That would be something good.
Sanchez 8 home runs career against the Royals in 35 games. Team he's hit historically very well.
Ball down low. 1-1.
Only the
2 ducks here for the Birds if they want to lay them out.
Waka has dominated the alongside Yankee. Talked to Gary earlier in the year. He said the Orioles were one of the first teams to reach out. They made him a priority, and this was a priority for him because he wanted to be on a World Series team. Feels like this is the team to do it.
Down the right field line. Foul ball. Out of play.
Wind is pushing hard.
Wind is blowing today.
Right field foul pole. Anything that gets up and kind of holds the line in the air is probably going to drift foul. Certainly one of those days, it almost feels like a spring training day when you get all those winds, the outfielders, the infielders, everybody will have to communicate on high fly balls, and the ball is going to drift a lot further than you think it's going to drift.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Waka's 24th pitch of the inning on the way.
Grounded foul.
Third, that's out of play.
Two-seam fastball. He doesn't use that two-seamer very often, Walker. First only used it about 3% of the time, and he likes to get in there. And again, he's going to speed the bat up. I wouldn't be shocked if he goes change up right here.
Line drive center field, base hit. That'll get a run in.
For a base hit, Gary Sanchez.
2 runs coming in for the Baltimore Orioles. How about that, everybody? Birds get on the board. Gotta love it.
Orioles magic, feel it happen. Orioles magic, feel it happen.
Gary would have none of it, barreled it up straightaway center field.
2-0 Baltimore here in the second.
Trying to get that 94-mile-an-hour fastball by, but Gary Sanchez has always been able to turn around the heater.
Jackson to Holiday.
Holiday goes the other way. Fly ball. That's going to be an out. That'll end the inning. Middle of the second. That's the game we got. Bird strike first.
Hilton is bringing you more new ways to stay than ever before. With all new places, there's all new experiences to enjoy. Hilton for the stay.
I'm retired now, but I was an Orioles home run.
God, this is a stupid commercial that I've seen 3 times already.
It was awesome. Could be awesome for you too. If you play Home Run Riches from the Maryland Lottery, you could win instantly or be a contestant of the game and win $500 for being selected, $500 for every Orioles home run, and $5,000 for every Grand Slam. Sounds like a ball, if you ask me.
Sounds like a ball.
DQ is celebrating 85 years. So we're giving you an 85-cent Blizzard treat in the DQ app, now for a limited time. Hurry and get your small Blizzard treat for just 85 cents with a $1 purchase in the DQ app.
After an accident, don't count on the insurance company to play fair.
That insurance company wants to pay you as little as possible.
You need a lawyer you can count on.
Call us at 1-800-LAWYERS or visit youhavealawyer.com.
Youhavealawyer.com.
Call Science before you sign anything.
When you need a lawyer, you have a lawyer.
We can get started on your case right away. Call Science and Kirk at 1-800-LAWYERS or visit youhavealawyer.com. If you have a phone, you have a lawyer.
Bottom of the second coming up. If you're brand new, say hello in the chat. We'd love to welcome you in. If we have not spoken with you yet, all fans, welcome on this channel.
Playoff access. Go to Orioles.com/memberships. Get yours today. Gary Sanchez's first hit as an Oriole comes in his 4th game. After 0 for 7 with a sacrifice fly, but his 2-run single starts the scoring in the middle game of 3. Gary working with Tomoyuki Sagano, who was terrific.
Sagano kicks and deals. Ball inside, 1-0.
Strikes to get the top 3 Royals hitters. And his first pitch ball is.
If you are new to us, we're going to do over 110 MLB games here this year. Ground ball to third. Urias fields it, throws them out, 1 away. Over 100+ games here this year when it comes to MLB. This is the place, the location of choice when you're thinking about baseball during the day. It's right over here with us.
Because even if he tops it like he did, he doesn't get down the line very well. Gold Glover takes care of him.
Curveball in there for a strike to Massey. He's your DH today.
Brandon Hyde had a lot to say about Ramon Urias yesterday. A lot of good things, but we use for player teams.
Popped up, center field. Going to go to the shortstop area. The wind's blowing it in. Gunner makes the play in the sun.
Ramon won the Gold Glove in 22, in part because of injuries, in part because of inconsistency in playing time. His defensive numbers have been mixed the last couple of years, but the first week plus, he looks about as sharp as he's looked in a long time.
Brandon Hyde called it underrated and sneaky good, and I think that's very accurate. I love it here last year. Remember, he couldn't even get in the lineup. Ramon could not get in the lineup last year, but he kept his mouth shut. He continued to work. He worked his tail off. He got his opportunities. He was one of the best hitters. especially the most balls that he's sprained his ankle.
2 outs here in the inning. 2 balls, no strikes coming into Renfro. Hunter Renfro. Grounded foul. That's a strike. 2-1.
Brandon was asked, why don't we think Ramon gets as much respect? He cited the bigger names, the flashy prospects, the shiny new toys a little bit, but he praised his consistency a couple of
3-1.
steadiness. You need those kind of guys who need consistency, particularly in a young clubhouse. And Ramon Arias has supplied that now for 6 years.
SGA, welcome in. Fly ball center field. Playable to Mullins. Just shy of the track. In the sun. He's battling it. He catches it. Nice job by Mullins. 3 outs. Birds are coming to hit.
6 up, 6 down.
That's a good inning, good outing so far.
It's always an event when Gunnar Henderson steps to the plate. He'll do so at a start.
Sagano-san, yes. Well, thank you, SGA. I appreciate it.
Right here to cut, trim, or mow your yard. Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace.
Hey, Doug, Karen, and Kate dropped off all that stuff here today. I got bags upon bags of stuff in the living room to go through. Jared Michael, hello, Jared. I believe it's a welcome back to you. You've been here before, I believe. I think I remember your name. I hope I'm right. Welcome back, if I'm correct. Jared Michael.
This is Maine. We'd understand if you couldn't tell them apart, because Mason's comes from Maine, and Maine is in every delicious bite of Mason's. Order online.
I'm going to go for a lobster roll. That sounds pretty good right now.
In ways big and small.
Lobster roll.
Next step. The new home. The first day of school. The big risk that just might pay off. Wherever you're headed, we're right by your side. Ready for today and what's next. With smarter banking and...
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
To help you secure a stronger financial future. We are towers...
I also tried to hook her up with Space Mountain Dave.
A smarter way forward.
I kept myself busy.
It's not what we ride that defines us. It's what happens along the way. We may not know where the ride will take us, but one thing's for sure.
We'll see, SGA. I'm kind of busy right now, to be honest with you, with all my kids' games and everything I'm doing. I'm barely getting all my sports in, but we'll see. Not a bad idea. I don't know when they play, though. I don't remember when those two teams play.
Go to oriolesroyalslivestream pass. See how you can sign up today. A couple of former college students up in the booth with you. For 13 semesters, I believe. Kevin Brown, Ben McDonald.
All right, it's going to bring up Gunnar Henderson for the second time.
That seems to be doing just fine. Brown's one foul against Michael Waka.
Dave's got a girlfriend. I haven't seen her yet.
Not sure about that. Strike call. And right to be uncertain. It's 0-2. Could have been an all-SEC matchup. Gunnar was headed to Auburn until the Orioles drafted Evan.
0-2 pitch coming in. Check swing. He didn't go. 1-2.
Talking to Gunnar yesterday.
It's all in good fun. Dave's very happy with his young lady that he's dating. I don't remember if he's even ever said her name. Strike 3. Gunnar goes down swinging. Ah. Well, that stinks right there.
Good arm action, sells it just like the fastball, but watch the action just kind of fades it down away.
Well, thank you, Elliot, for sharing out the stream. I do appreciate it.
A changeup that is becoming his specialty. Waka was a great pitcher early on. We mentioned.
All right, Westberg up there trying to get it going for the Orioles.
Then had a whole bunch of injuries with the Cardinals. Was an all-star in 2015. Up and down the next few years. Went to the Mets in 2020. Started making some mechanical changes. The changeup started to emerge, but the numbers still weren't very good. And then he went to the Rays and also struggled, but started to...
Tribe, what's up, Tribe? How you doing? August 29th, I will not be around. Not around at all that whole week.
That's the year the pitch really became a signature. He's just a guy who hung around long enough to figure out the right mix.
Fouled back. That'll be a good series against the Giants.
Something about if you can stay healthy, hang around the big league level, pick up the new analytics that are out there, change some things up from time to time. We're seeing guys have their best years now in their 30s. And that used to didn't be the case very often.
I don't give out my personal life, SGA.
Years ago, that he really didn't pay much attention to analytics, and then during the time off in 2020, he and his dad started watching a lot of video.
Ball outside. That'll be a good series with the Giants. Giants have done some stuff to improve their team this year, more than the Orioles have.
Now the Royals have enjoyed Michael Wacha.
Ball down low, gets away from the catcher.
Well, and Walker was one of those guys, you mentioned the year he had in 15, right? He was an all-star, won 17 games. So you're thinking, okay, I'm doing it the right way. Like, you know, he had success right away. So, like, why change if you're having success right away? Well, as he rocked along and you talked about the injuries, realized he had to change a few things up. Last year, I'll tell you what, second most innings pitched in his entire career last year at 32 years old.
This will be his 8th pitch to Westberg.
Westberg rips one, foul. Down the third base line and foul.
You get Walker to miss like he missed on that. He left that change up out over the plate, but Wesley just a little bit in front of it.
Ground ball to short, up clean. Witt over to first.
So 0 for 6 series start for Westberg, and there are 2 away.
Ten. Mullins pops up the first pitch, foul. 6-1. That's tough to be 6-1 and be in third place in that division.
Baseball still has the capacity to surprise. I don't think any of us going into the year would have imagined Cedric Mullins would be a cleanup hitter and a 3-hole hitter in the second week of the season.
Ground ball to second, up clean, over to first. That's an out.
He's 0 for 2 today. Walker with a perfect inning. Tomoyuki Sagano's had a couple of perfect innings. He gets the bottom of the order next.
Let's see how that works. All right, let's see who we got coming up for Kansas City. Maldonado, right? Garcia and KCvsBAL, looks like.
To keep you connected and in control.
Sorry, Melendez, Garcia, and KCvsBAL. Melendez, Garcia, and KCvsBAL.
Right now.
Thank you, Doug.
With special low APR financing.
I need to move this around my screen and make it a little bit bigger.
What do you got there, Larry? Time machine? You gonna go back and see how the pyramids were built or something? Nope. Ellen and I want to go on vacation, so I'm gonna go back to last week and buy a winning lottery ticket. Can I come? Only room for one. Oh, Mike.
All right.
Sit on my lap like last time, Ronald. Fine.
Commercial break, going to the bottom of 2.
Or you could try one of these savings options.
The right money moves aren't as far-fetched as you think.
There it is. See? Told you it's gonna all work out. Thanks, future me.
This is where Anne feels most comfortable. But when she started to feel uncomfortable, this is the MedStar that stepped in and consulted with a specialist, then connected her to a leading cardiologist that diagnosed her blocked artery that could be unblocked with life-saving surgery that allowed Anne to heal more quickly, getting her back to where her heart belongs.
Crabbing.
MedStar Health is how we treat people.
With Orioles online auctions, you can score exclusive Orioles items like KCvsBAL.
All right, here goes Sagano in the bottom of 3.
All items available until tomorrow night at 10. So get in your bids now at oriolesroyalslivestream.com/auction. Net proceeds benefit the Orioles and Charitable Foundation. It's a chilly day, but it's always a great day to visit Kansas City.
First pitch comes in. That's a strike.
You are a fan of barbecue. Kansas City barbecue, which is one of the great regional barbecue styles. in the United States.
Ball outside.
And we're spoiled. Everywhere you turn in this city, there's a great barbecue joint. There's somebody's favorite barbecue joint.
I smell something that smells.
Swing and a miss, strike two.
This ballpark, because one of the great barbecue spots in Kansas City is now here at the ballpark. This is Joe's, known as Oklahoma Joe's. This is the famous Z-Man sandwich we've just been handed. Have you ever had the Z-Man before?
I haven't, but I'm liking what I've seen already with this big onion.
Swing and a miss, strike three. Take a seat over there. Sagano looking good on that one right there.
This is slow smoked beef brisket, smoked provolone, 2 crispy onion rings right there. And your review so far, what do you think?
Well, the onion ring is outstanding. Yeah, just started there.
Okay.
Fly ball, first pitch. Right field, 2 outs in the inning.
For out number 2.
That quickly, 2 outs.
Their barbecue town is the best. There's the Joe stand here. Memphis people are very protective of their barbecue. Different areas of Texas, the Carolinas.
I'd love to see some barbecue.
Some areas of the Carolinas. For me, it's Kansas City. Love the sweetness of the barbecue sauce here, which is molasses based.
Molasses based.
Tomatoes as well.
Yes, sir. Give me some molasses based barbecue.
About as good as it gets. And one man.
Foul ball.
Ben has not been talking because he's been eating, by the way. I'm trying to give a history lesson. I haven't taken a bite of the sandwich yet.
You need to take a bite.
I know. I took a bite.
Ground ball, base hit up the middle. 2 out, 0-2 pitch, knocked up the middle. Here comes Bobby Witt.
Second baseman Jordan Westbrook kind of swung over, expecting to pull. Ball's more up the middle. Actually, that ball was splitter than it was. Even when he didn't strike, it was off the plate. This ball just kind of went out and hooked it, where nobody was.
That is so amazingly good. That's been sitting here for about an inning, so it's not even fully warm, but my gosh. Come to Kansas City, go to Joe's. It's at an old gas station. James McCann, I heard a lot about Joe's. James McCann was with the Orioles the last 2 years, told me last year he has to go to Joe's.
Throw to first, whip down. Back in there.
We picked up some more favorites, Q39.
2-0 pitch.
As well. You went there.
Correction, we're on India. Leadoff hitter, 0 for 1 today.
Outstanding. Found a new place called Chef J yesterday. We were actually the first ones in line. Buddy Dan and I had a
fouled off down to the first baseline. That's another strike. If you're brand new, say hello in the chat today. Hit that subscribe and say hello.
There's a lot to see. You could have 9 barbecue meals in 3 days and still not even scratch the surface. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could do it.
Oh, just missed down low. He did not miss by much.
One thing we don't have here, Joe's, their fry seasoning is out of this world, but there's always something to look forward to next trip. So Sagano 3.
Throw to first. Back in.
Garcia to fly out. Kyle Isbell, the first Royal to reach in the game. So see how Sagano handles this lineup for a second time.
Ball 4 inside, didn't miss by much again. Sweet mother of marmalade. 2 on, 2 out for Bobby Witt.
Big fly ball by Garcia, then a single and a walk, and then we face Bobby Witt Jr. with first and second and 2 out.
One more barbecue question for you, by the way. Are you a brisket guy, pulled pork, pulled chicken, turkey?
Slim Joe, what's up? Welcome in.
I like them all, to be honest with you. Love the ribs, the dark meat chicken, the ribs, but probably the brisket is my favorite.
Brisket and pulled pork. I think you cannot go wrong in pretty much anywhere in Kansas City with those.
2 out here. Ball is jerk, gets away from the catcher, Rushman. Runners are going to advance to third on the wild pitch. Kansas City's got something going here. Bottom of 3, he's got to work out of it. 1-0 to Witt.
Just a little slider. Adley Rutschman on one knee. He rocks over. See, that ball kind of hits off the left side of his chest guard. And what it does, it shoots toward the Oriole dugout. Both runners take an extra 90. Now you got first base open. So Sagano will come.
2 on, 2 out. Bottom of 3. Sagano. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball hit hard to first. Nice job by Mountcastle. That's an out. End of the inning. Baltimore gets out of it. Hit that subscribe. If you're new, say hello today in the chat. We'd love you in here. Mountcastle, O'Neill, Herkstead coming up. Dun, 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 dun. Top of the 4th coming up on the channel. We're doing football tonight here on the channel, the United Football League. We are doing the live game tonight. There will be men with hands stuck under somebody's butt today grabbing a ball. That's going to happen. And they're going to yell hike when they do it. It'll be something scary. First time we've seen any of that here in months. Looking forward to it. Maybe we'll see a sighting of the Rock. Who knows? Could be interesting.
Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can
I am ready for some football.
And schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get fun with your pets and year-round peace of mind.
I don't know how it is by you, but it's hazy, overcast. Not a lot of magic in the air today on this one. But it's not pouring down rain, so that won't affect some games, hopefully, for Preston's team. Preston's team is playing next week. I know it's early in the week. They are home on Monday and Tuesday and away on Thursday. Home Monday and Tuesday and away on Thursday.
Fourth inning of Orioles baseball is brought to you by your Baltimore area Toyota dealers. It's game on at Toyota. Visit your local Baltimore area Toyota dealer or check out buyatoyota.com.
All right, Mountcastle's coming out. He's ready to go.
First of 2 Oriole runs in the second. A leadoff single in that inning. And he'll face Michael Waka to begin the 4th.
Waka starts him off with a fastball outside. 92 miles an hour on the 57th pitch of the game for Waka.
Dropped 3 straight to 3 and 5 and looking to right the ship in game number 9.
Fouls that off.
3 innings down, though. What do you make of the battle of the bats against Waka?
I think their approach has been good so far. And they're going to try to lay off the balls that are about knee-high because that's what Waka wants to do. But look, he's a veteran.
Strike right there on the corner. Nice pitch.
13th big league season. Knows how to pitch. Coming off one of his best years. And that best year is one of his best years he had. Earned him an extension, 3-year extension for $51 million.
1-2 coming in.
Signed a 1-year deal with a player option with Kansas City the year before. And he strikes out.
Strikes out Mountcastle. 1 out.
He throws a good one. It's almost a hitter. Hey, watch the action of this ball. In the heart of the plate. Then it goes towards home plate. Just down and in and just underneath the bat behind Mountcastle.
You like baseball over football, Slim Jim? Okay. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Tyler O'Neill.
Not many balls in the heart of the plate. You notice that everything is on the edge, on the corners.
O'Neill 0-1. Fly ball, center field. Driving him back. Can't find it. Bounces off the wall. That's going to be a stand-up double for Tyler O'Neill.
Went 400 plus feet to dead central.
Dead center and wall banged it. That's a nice shot right there. He stung that one.
Oh yeah, baby, this is the way.
That is the way.
Just goes down and puts his nose on this one. Finds the barrel. This belt has no idea where it is.
First pitch swinging, line drive, what a play. Bobby Witt turns a double play. Diving to his glove side, steals a run, throws the runner out at second. That ball was stung by Herkstead, and it's a double play. Wow.
Watch this. Bobby Witt playing just right up the middle. Ball slicing away from him. He goes up and leaps it on the backhand side. O'Neill thought that ball was getting through. It wasn't. It's a double play.
What a play by Bobby Witt. Royals are coming to hit. That ball was absolutely smoked. What are you going to do about that? Nothing at all. Smile and take it.
Blind spot that's never out of sight. How it should.
That's all you can do is smile and take it.
Right now, get 3.99% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Tucson. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
People don't really realize how much of an impact the feet have on the rest of the body. A lot of times people with knee pain, there's really nothing going on with their knee. So
Checking something over here real quick.
So now we're predisposed to hip pain, low back pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that when the foot's placed in the ideal position, everything else up the kinetic chain works better. You have better balance, more energy. You're going to feel better, and you're not going to have to spend so much time worrying and thinking about your pain.
See what we can do for you with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Yes, fans, Birdland memberships are on sale now. Lock in your favorite way to enjoy Orioles baseball for the 2025 season with a variety of options for both reserved and flex membership plans.
If you're brand new today, help us out on that subscribe. We're trying to get 19 subs today. Get up over the 200 range. That's our goal.
Discounts on concessions and merch. Access to Birdland rewards and more.
Trying to get up over that 200 number.
Oriolescom/memberships.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Orioles and not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the
All right, your left-handed hitter up there. Right-hander Sagano. Working in a methodical, slow, emphatic way. 0-2-1 comes in, ball inside.
I know that isn't doing a hot dog, but have some geographic pride. Come on. Tomoyuki Sagano, meanwhile, 36 pitches.
Ball down low, 2-1. Pascatino up there.
Walked out at the end, threw a wild pitch, but got out of it with a Bobby Witt grounder. And a 2-0 lead.
Popped him up. Behind third base, shortstop over. Third baseman will call it and make the play. One away. Urias makes the play.
So 4 leadoff batters in a row retired by Sagano. There's just a different level of crispness and commitment.
Here comes Perez. Cleanup hitter for the Royals. Solid ball player. First pitch strike. Tough out like a giant panda bear you're playing against.
It's new teammates. Everything is new for Sagano. And I got a lot of respect for a guy like him. You make a jump to a different country all of a sudden after 13 years.
Swing of it, strike 2.
Takes a while to get comfortable. He looks a lot more comfortable on a very tough day to pitch today. Command's been good. For the most part, the ball staying out of the heart of the plate, getting ahead.
0-2, Perez fouls it off. That's what he does.
This is the guy we saw in spring training. Just had that one bad outing in spring training. That was against the Yankees. The rest of his outings were really, really good.
Strikes out.
Strikes out. Wow. That is something.
That is elite command right there, folks.
That is beautiful command right there.
Sagano at his best. I mean, look where Gary Sanchez sets up. Says big right hander right here on the corner, exactly where it's delivered. And I'm gonna tell you, you can't throw a breaking ball any better than that.
I need to go through here and clean up all these sound bites. 2 out.
Wind up. Swung on and miss.
Massey swings at the second pitch, 0-2.
Zagano tested the waters of Major League Free Agency after 2020. The Yomiuri Giants posted him. He ended up returning to Japan.
Ball upstairs, 1-2.
He was one of the aces of aces in Japan. He could have easily stayed there and continued a great career, but after 12 years, wanted a new challenge.
Ground ball over to first, fair ball. Flips to the pitcher covering, end of the inning. We're going to the top of the fifth. Birds up, 2-0. What's up, Hatbox Jerry? Hello. Urias, Sanchez, and Holiday due up here in the fifth.
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance.
I feel like I got a bunch of these.
Nice try, kid. Only pay for what you need.
Make a smooth transition from saving for retirement to living in it. With a free personalized income plan that can help you make your money last. No matter where your days take you, Fidelity can help you take on retirement.
Chase the Gamer, welcome in, Chase the Gamer. Thank you for being here today.
Global Campus isn't just an innovative state school. It's a school for real life, one that values the successes you've already achieved. That's why at UMGC, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a
Curtis family, can Holiday break out this year? I hope so.
Why we offer scholarships.
I really hope so. I thought this was the year he would start doing it.
And the support you need from your friends.
We'll see, bud. We'll see.
And beyond. For over 75 years, UMGC has helped people succeed at
I hope so.
your next success feed.
Hi, I'm Tolga. This is Oscar. After feeding him dusty kibble for a while, I was like, this is not real food. It just smelled so burnt. And
39 likes on the board. We're still trying to get to 50 likes.
tried wet food, which is basically canned mystery meat. Then I found Smalls. They make high-quality, fresh cat food with human-grade ingredients right to your door. But most importantly, Oscar loves it. He's at a healthier weight. He's much more playful. His coat is softer than ever. And even his breath is better. And of course, he loves
Do. Let's go. Here we go. Coming back. Sanchez coming up.
And the Oriole fifth, his two-run single drove in the only runs. But hey, after yesterday, the Orioles were due a little good luck.
Yeah. This ball kind of gets away. The wind pushes it out here. He gets a second chance after a fastball in, and he fouled. I thought Michael Walker might throw something off speed. He tried to sneak that heater by Gary Sanchez. He just powered down to center field for a 2 RBI single. That's where we sit right now.
Ball down low. Urias, Sanchez, and Holiday. Urias, Sanchez, and Holiday.
Gusts up to 29 miles per hour. Game time temperature 47. Feels like 32.
Ground ball short, backhand. Bobby Witt is so good. So good.
This is the wind, so
It's just like a vacuum out there.
going from left to right up high. Sanchez got the ball up high into those gusts. See on the bottom right of your screen, the yellow, that's close to 25 mile per hour gusts.
Wow, 30-mile-an-hour gust at the stadium today.
Probably ends up in play, maybe even in fair territory.
And this ballpark is kind of in a hole. Like it's sunk down in a hole.
Strike to Sanchez right there.
Until it gets well up in the air.
Did you have a lot of windy days here when you pitched?
No, I remember a lot of windy days here. Not like this. I mean, but you are out in the Midwest. In the Midwest, you can get wind just about any day.
Interesting.
It's an unusually located park because it's actually very high elevation. Which you
Check swing. He went 1-2.
with the Midwest. You take flat ground. Well, actually, there's quite a bit of elevation here. It's the fourth highest elevation of any major league park, only behind Colorado, Arizona, and Atlanta. But then the park is sunk in. Giant outfield.
Ground ball foul.
It's the second most outfield square footage of any ballpark, only behind Coors Field in Colorado.
Yeah, we're sitting here looking out, obviously, towards the interstate is way up high.
Ball outside, 2-2.
Surprisingly in some ways, not surprisingly in others, it's actually one of the best offensive ballparks in the league. It's the fourth highest by park factor. 4%.
Swing and a miss and a change up. Sanchez goes down.
Goes down swinging here.
2 outs.
Now you see all the room out there, and you look at this. Probably isn't going to be a good hitters park, stuff to hit home runs. It's actually the fourth hardest park to hit home runs, but third for doubles, second for triples. And also, and folks have different theories on this, the fewest strikeouts of any park.
Come to Mullins, ball one outside.
A lot of things, you mentioned the elevation. We know in Colorado, high elevation, the breaking ball's not quite the same. The batter's eye could be a big part of this too. You talk to hitters and they say they see the ball really well here because of that big green background back there. Maybe you don't get quite the breaking ball that you will in most places.
1-1 coming in.
I always felt like it was a big ballpark.
Upstairs, 2-1. A lot of sun out there today. Just a very cold day.
Speed is what you want to draft. Speed is what you want to have. You mentioned the doubles, the triples when you get in the gap. Because if it gets in the gap here and you can run a little bit, you're going to get 3.
Line drive. Holiday lays it in the gap. Get down, ball. That'll get up against the wall. Holiday in for second, going for 3. Dives into third with a triple. Jackson Holiday.
Jackson Holiday with his first 3-bagger of the year, and the Orioles' first 3-bagger of the year.
Well, right on cue. A guy that's got above average speed. We talk about the ball gets in the gap. A very good chance for a triple. The Jackson Holiday just goes down and sticks his nose on a little breaking ball here, and they rocket out toward right center field. Renfro's got a big arm. Jackson Holiday run. Watch this. Strikes another gear. He's right now. He knows he is not checking up, going to make it to 3, and easily in his first triple of the year.
Very nice.
Third of his career.
Now you just need Gunner to pull the ball. Well, 2 outs in the inning. He's got to get a hit.
Coming into play. Only Coors Field has more. Only American Park in Detroit is a better triples park over the last 3 years.
Ball inside, 1-1.
Combination of power and speed, and is probably going to have.
Yep, baseball karma right there.
A lot of room out in right center field. It's spelled the center fielder. He's pulling pretty good over toward left center field.
Fouled back, 1-2.
Yeah, if he gets it out there, stand up to him.
Got him. Strike 3.
Works around the 2-out triple. He's been good. Sagano's been better. Still 2-0.
2-0, bottom of 5. If you're new here today, help us out. Hit that subscribe. Free to do and helps the channel. We'd really appreciate it.
We all have our own.
Renfro, Melendez, and Garcia coming up.
Whatever gets you going, keep doing it. And when it comes to banking, you should get to do things your way too. With someone you trust, who's there when you need them. Atlantic Union Bank. Here's what we recommend. Any way you bank.
10. Oh no, 7 Dwarfs. There's Doug's favorite movie.
Without feeling sleepy. Get 0% brain interference for fast, non-drowsy allergy relief with See Disney Snow White. Now
FanDuel held a shooting contest to promote its new MySpend tool. MySpend makes it easy to view your deposit and bet history all in one place. Because betting without knowing how much you're spending is like shooting in the dark.
It's like shooting in the dark.
See the whole picture. Make FanDuel's MySpend tool part of your system and stop shooting in the dark.
Well, let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. Tomo Sagano, only 1 strikeout in his very first start for the Orioles, but he's got 3 so far today. That spinner's been dancing really good. There's another one. really good down and away. Also got one that little slider is his just down and away to Salvador Perez. So 3 strikeouts, 1 walk.
Here we go. 5th inning. Sagano comes in. Pitches a ball upstairs. Andrew, what's up? Welcome in.
Make it to the 5th inning. That's when he suffered hand cramping. Seriously sweating in Toronto. Nerves in his first big league game. On a very chilly Kansas City Saturday, Sagano has looked as calm and controlled as the Orioles hoped he would. Renfroe takes
the ball inside. 3-0. You don't like to see that.
3-ball count of the day for Sagano.
Yeah, he's been really good at collecting the first out of every inning.
TPG, what's up? How you doing?
There's a strike to Renfroe.
Strike to Renfroe, 3-1.
Power hitter, big arm, pretty free swinger in his second year with KC. There's a 3-1 cutter.
3-1 cutter for a strike.
Renfroe is a damn red fastball. It always has been. Several times in his career, over 30 home runs. You can spin it, and you can locate it a little bit toward the outside half. You could get him a lot.
Now pitch.
Ground ball. Oh, diving play at third. But it's going to be a single. What a play. He couldn't throw him out. What a play. He saved extra bases.
Like a little cutter, boy. It was hit hard. Watch Ramon. Backhand side, lays out, collects it, quickly up and a throw, but just a little bit toward the right field side. It's a good play right there.
Dun, dun, dun.
Now Sagano from the stretch floats a breaking ball to MJ Melendez.
I've been in the stretch very often, Sagano.
It's over the 8 out of 55 pitches he's thrown with runner on base.
Strike right there.
It just looks like a totally different splitter from that first start in Toronto.
Yeah, we made the comment, Toronto. I felt like it was like a butterfly. It was just fluttering a little bit. It didn't have that typical splitter break that you saw in spring training where it kind of bottomed out. Went a little bit left to right with a lot of bottom to it. But today, he's got the feel for it.
He only got 1 swing and miss on that splitter. The Jays swung at it 10 times, and they put 7 of those 10 in play. For what's supposed to be a chase pitch, a strikeout pitch, much more effective today.
Ball upstairs.
Ball here. Maybe to set it up, 2-2. Melendez, a 4th-year Royal, 2nd-round pick of the draft, 2017. Big power.
Line drive, base hit.
He got to the splitter.
Runners on first and second with nobody out. Well, yeah, no problem, Andrew. Will the Orioles give up more than 5 runs, you mean? It's not points. I hope not.
Pretty good swing here by Melendez. Another ball. Just barely a strike, maybe on the outside part plate. Watch this go out, just book this ball. That's why Sagano's going to have to make sure he's using his fastball or cutter enough inside to the lefties. Keep them honest where they can't lean out over the plate on you. Because they know what pitch he wants to go to. But in order to get to that pitch, he's got to keep them honest with enough fastballs and cutters on the inside part of the plate where maybe they don't lean out over the plate as much.
Here's Garcia with 2 on, nobody out. They had a cutter for a strike. Critical batter here. Michael Garcia has an extra base hit all 5 of his starts.
Fly ball left, center field. Wind is killing it. Mullins will make the play, 1 away.
And Garcia, a very dangerous hitter early in the year, is swept aside.
Well, the Royals, I think, are the only MLB team that has not hit into a double play yet. This would be a wonderful time for one.
KCvsBAL grounded into 4 last year, 136 Ks. Pretty fast guy. A ground ball single his first time. Takes a first pitch curveball strike. How unpredictable has Cigano been today?
Very. I mean, he's used them all. But this is how he pitches. And Michael Wacha is no different. Both of these guys can throw just about any pitch at any count. Wow. Turn, did it? All right, plenty of options here. 0-2. They started in and it worked even further in.
That was a cut.
0-2 coming in.
Today. By the way, it's Bell's swung at that. I'd almost throw it again if I could get in the same spot.
Strike 2 again, fouls it off.
To the curveball instead. The Orioles think he can throw that pitch in a little more than he threw in Japan. They said he bucketed that pitch for certain types of hitters in Japan, but got really good results in spring.
He threw 8 curveballs in his first start against the Blue Jays.
Popped up behind the plate. Sanchez will make the play. 2 outs here in the inning. Nice job. Ace, welcome in.
2 soft outs in the air.
Yeah, 2 really good pitches. 2 huge outs with first and second. Nobody out.
I just love the way True Friends talked about Cigano. He said every nugget we give him, he'll go out and do it. He's been so receptive and thinks about the game really simply, similar to like a Zach Eflin or Charlie Morton, but he loved the challenges the Orioles brought to him in the spring.
And he, like you said, he listens. And I was lucky enough to sit on his first live action and hear the conversation when it was over between him and Drew Fritz and sit there and listen. And
strike right there coming into India. Lead-off hitter.
I've always had success doing it my way, but I am open to whatever you guys think is going to make me successful for the Baltimore Orioles to get big league hitters out. He said, I'll do whatever you guys want me to do. So I'm here to learn. I'm here to do what you want to do, whatever you
ball down low.
It's very unusual for a guy. Because you look at the resume, I mean, won the Cy Young over there 3 different times, been the MVP 2 or 3 times, 8-time All-Star. I'm talking about a Triple Crown winner, ERA title 4 times. He has accomplished a lot. And for a veteran guy to come in and say, hey, I am all yours. I'll do whatever you need me to do. That's very unusual, but refreshing to hear.
2-on-2 out here against India.
Strike right there, 1-2. If you're brand new today, hit that subscribe and help us out. Trying to grow the channel, need your help. Cigano 1-2, 2 outs, looking for that dagger.
Collection of leadoff hitters last year. They wanted a little more pop on base ability in front of Bobby Witt.
Down low, ball. Just a bit down low.
Yeah, it was the Royals offense last year that was a little bit better than league average, 13th in runs per game. But you're right. The weak spot was the leadoff spot for the Royals. So you're going to get Jonathan.
2-2 pitch, 69 pitches strong.
Last year, but still the on-base percentage for him was a lot better than what the leadoff spot was for last year for Kansas City.
Popped up, out of play.
In the air and in the seats.
Hit a couple people on the head along the way.
70 pitches deep now for Cigano.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Into the game, 375 on base percentage. He's done his job. Trying to set up Witt here with a couple of Royals aboard and 2 down.
3-2, down low. You don't want to load it up for Bobby Witt. You want to get this guy out.
Just 16 walks.
What's up, Rinser? Welcome in.
Last year in 24 games. The only walk today against this batter.
Thank you, Rinser. I appreciate that.
Runners go.
Fly ball, short left field, playable. Herkstead. That's an out. Bird's coming to bat.
Tightrope walks his way out of this 5th inning.
Bird's coming to bat. Westberg, Mullins, Mountcastle. Westberg, Mullins, Mountcastle. Yeah, definitely, Ace. He's already playing phenomenal this year. It's a giant chicken on my TV screen. Still looking to get 19 subscribers today. It's going to be a tough one to pull this off. I was hoping we would.
Hot and juicy chicken is always a crowd pleaser. World famous Royal Farms.
You keep making that face, it's gonna stay like that. I'm trying to get my own car insurance. USAA. Grandpa was in the military. He shared membership with your mom so she could share with you. Easy. USAA. Check if you're eligible.
USAA.
If I could find a way, I'd purchase that Value City furniture during their sale today.
I haven't changed my spot for the game. My butt is numb and my back won't be the same. The Value City sofa.
Dumb Value City commercial. This is dumb.
Visit our store and make a quality choice at Value City Furniture.
Very dumb.
The three for me, only at Chili's. Serves the bottomless chips and salsa, a drink, and the delicious Big Smasher burger with twice the beef of a Big Mac.
Top of the six.
Maybe they should change that name. This Chili's 3 for me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Yeah, weird ads. I just shake my head.
1 week from today is the Orioles host the Toronto Blue Jays at 4:05. First 15,000 fans through the game. Receive a Cedric Mullins t-shirt, plus help kick off and join in on Orange Out Saturdays when the Orioles wear their orange uniforms. Buy your ticket now at Orioles.com/tickets. Cedric Mullins in the O's with a 2-0 lead. Sits on deck here. The second career game is a number 3.
Westberg up there now.
An Orioles fan. Got his beanie cap all got it. And his jersey.
Westberg swinging a miss. That's a strike.
He does not care about the weather. He's just happy to be out.
Fans of Green Bay Packers walk in. Westberg, fly ball. Left center field. Center fielder there. He'll make the play. That's an out.
Yesterday we showed a little girl with a bag of Nerds clusters. And
Cedric Mullins coming up now.
Met her dad before the game. He said 20 months old. And they brought back another bag of Nerd clusters for the game. They were up for the weekend. Very happy to see the O's despite the weather.
Strike right there to start it out.
A lot of Orioles fans. A nice help by the
Mullins has been hot against this pitcher. He's looking to get it going again. Done well in the past. But lays it down. That's going to be a single. Nothing he could do with it. Mullins lays down a bunt. Orioles trying to get something going any way they can.
First bunt base hit of the year. It belongs to Cedric Mullins.
Well, they've been trying. I mean, Jackson's squared a couple of times. Ced's tried a couple of times as well. This is all about the read. Cedric saw the third baseman, Jonathan India, play it back a little bit. He said, you know what? You're going to play back? How about this?
Not a lot of stolen bases against Michael Wacha last year. We'll see if Sid tries. Not on his first pitch.
Wacha won't slide step every time. He did there. He's going to show you. He's going to let you know he's got it.
1-0 pitch coming in. Mountcastle inside for a ball.
Only 6 attempts and 4 steals against Wacha last season. Salvi's going to come out for a chat right here. 2-0 on Mountcastle.
But this is what happens a lot of times. Even the veteran pitchers, right? You start slide stepping. You try to be quick the whole
Yep. This week I'm doing one coming up on the 8th. Whatever the 8th is. Not the Bulls game, but the Indiana game. Whenever the Indiana game is against Cleveland. It's the next to last game of the season. And we'll set up for playoffs the following week. Left-hander getting loose in a bullpen is long. 2-0 pitch coming to Mountcastle. Ball down low, 3-0. Mullins fakes going on that last one.
1 walk for Ryan in his first 28 plate appearances.
Strike right down the middle. He's taking one for the team there.
With a tough start for Mountcastle. No homers, only the 1 RBI. It's a 269.
I think Mullins is going. 3-1. Throw to first. Mullins is back. I think Mullins is going on this pitch. He's twitching over there a little bit. I'm calling Mullins going.
Pretty good pitch to run on here.
He's got a good lead. Nope, he didn't go. Fouled it back, 3-2. He had a great lead, too.
Little more cutter in big spots than we often see for Michael Wacha. He's trying to keep these Orioles hitters off balance, which for the most part he's done. 2-run single in the second by Gary Sanchez, the only scoring today.
There he goes. Fouls it off again. Mullins will have to return. Nobody new in here today that we haven't spoke with. Usually we get some people coming through that we find. Three-two count again. You know Mullins is running again.
This will be his 91st pitch. 4 innings in his debut. 5 1/3 today. Mullins not going.
Fly ball, short center field, going to fall in, base hit.
Base hit for Mounty on another changeup.
2 on and 1 out.
The Orioles have back-to-back soft hits.
Here comes Tyler O'Neill.
That changeup kind of off the end of the bat. The center fielder Isbell just couldn't quite get to it.
So Wacha's going to stay in for Tyler O'Neill. The lefty long ready. You certainly don't want to bring in a lefty to face O'Neill.
First pitch, strike.
Figured long is for Heston Kjerstad on deck.
2 on, 1 away.
Make a corresponding move if it gets to that.
O'Neill, fly ball, center field, playable. That'll be an out.
This one. Mullins will tag. And it'll take
Mullins tag and goes to third. Two outs in the inning.
That's going to be it for Michael Wacha.
They're going to make a pitching change here.
So Matt Quintrero had a choice here. Wacha against Kjerstad.
Sam Long is going to come in. Reed Gibson, welcome in.
Or Sam Long. We'll see if the Orioles stick with Kjerstad or go to Ramon Laureano. Big moment in the game when we come back.
All right, we got a pitching change, everybody. So weird beach ball commercial.
I say yes to every deal. Yes means I got the car to fit my budget. Yes means Jack gave me the lowest cheaper.
Yes means exceptional customer service. They treated us like family.
Yes means Jack has my back.
Yes means I got the largest selection to choose from. I got the car of my dreams. Yes means I got...
All right, let's go on. Let's get the birds back here.
Jack says yes.
Looking for an insurance run.
When I say yes, you pay less.
I'm retired now, but I was an Orioles home run. Grand Slam, actually. Took a sweet ride right into the flag court, and it was awesome. Could be awesome for you, too, if you play Home Run Riches from the Maryland Lottery. You could win instantly, or be a contestant of the game and win $500 for being selected, $500 for every Orioles home run, and $5,000 for every grand slam.
Man, all these commercials for the lottery. Let's go.
Enter all season at mdlottery.com.
All right, Long finishing up his warm-ups.
We introduced a 15-minute oil change that includes over 15 courtesy services. Get more in a jiffy. Michael Walker goes 5 2/3. Sam Long is in 1st and 3rd and 2 out, making his 5th appearance of the year. See the ERA a little bit elevated for him. He's worked in 4 innings so far, giving up 1 home run.
Herkstead staying in against the lefty.
Kirsten stays in there.
Line drive, base hit, center field.
Base hit for Kirsten. The
Orioles get a run.
Kirsten has his 2nd RBI single of the series.
Good for Heston Kjerstad. Good for Brandon Hyde. Trusting Heston Kjerstad, lefty on lefty matchup. You got some right-handers on the bench, but instead he stayed with the youngster. Ball just off the outside part of the plate. The boy, he stayed on it just long enough to serve it out in center field. Mullins comes home. Orioles up 3-0.
Well, Sam Long, and we didn't even have a chance to tell you before that single, is a career reverse splits guy. Lefties, the career OPS on base plus slugging 114 points higher than righties. That probably factors into the decision.
Swing and a miss down low for Urias.
On the bench, who the Orioles may well use as a defensive replacement, but the reverse splits and the show of faith in Kjerstad make the decision for Brandon Hyde, and the decision paid off. And without Cole Kowser here, we've talked about the opportunity Heston Kjerstad is going to get. He's going to keep getting it.
Ball down low.
He's well in the minors, so he'll get some chances against them too.
Kjerstad had, 2 base hits last night? 1 today so far?
1-2 to Urias. Gets away for the catcher. Both runners will advance. 2nd and 3rd.
Steps.
Breaking ball, just spiked him. He's out with Perez, and that's what I got against the one knee right there. One knee, you can't move your body like you want to. He tried to pick it to the forehand side, gets off the heel of his glove, so now 2nd and 3rd and 2 out for the Orioles.
Ball upstairs, 3-2. Surf Bum John, hello. Spaceship Ears, hello. Double set of Johns coming in, hello. Good to see you. Ground ball off the middle, off the pitcher's glove. Everybody safe. Birds get a run. Infield single for Urias.
After the wild pitch, Mountcastle comes in from 3rd, and Ramon Urias has the Orioles' 2nd RBI of the inning.
I love it. Orioles catching a couple breaks today, kind of like the Royals last night. Caught some breaks on some live balls. One of those balls, Sam Long, which is he
never gonna have enough shots.
To one of the middle infield, but it tips off his glove. When it does, second baseman Michael Garcia has to redirect, but not in time.
Urias now has a 6th.
Urias now, we got 1st and 3rd with 2 away.
10 for 24, 3 walks on the year.
Sanchez up there. Ball.
So both of those runs charged to Waka. Gives up 4 earned in 5 2/3. And a couple of inherited runs score against Sam Long. We mentioned it defensively. We mentioned it at the plate. Brandon Hyde said it. People do not talk enough about Ramon Urias. Steadiness at the bottom of the order.
Strike right there, 2-0. Comes in 2-1.
Quiet guy. You don't hear him a whole lot in the clubhouse. Boy, he leads by example.
Now Gary Sanchez, who drove in the first 2.
Sanchez fouls that back.
Sam Long slider.
Holiday on deck.
Nice extra cushion for Tomoyuki Sagano, who's going to face Witt, Pasquantino, and Perez for a third time at the bottom of this inning. Orioles have doubled his lead. And
ball inside.
Once the count full.
3-2.
Trying to stay loose.
I hope there's a heater over there.
I'm sure there is. I'm going to tell you, as a start pitcher, you don't mind sitting there a little bit longer, even in the cold weather, when they're putting crooked numbers on the scoreboard.
Right down next to the heater in the dugout, ready for 3-2.
Upstairs for a ball. Here comes the rookie.
His first hit, his first walk as an Oriole. And the bases are loaded for Jackson Holiday.
Bases are loaded for the rookie.
Break this one wide open with a base hit.
Brian Sweeney, the Royal pitching coach, will visit the mound. 3 batters face for Sam Long, who was really an out-of-nowhere star of the Royals bullpen late in the year last season. And 3 batters have reached. Don't forget to catch the Orioles anytime, anywhere on the MASN app. Watch games live and receive expert analysis and exclusive pre- and post-game interviews, all in the palm of your hand. Don't miss a pitch. Go to MASNsports.com and download it today. Another left-on-left long, and a young Jackson Holiday.
Ball inside, 1-0.
Inside. And like Kirsten, had some success against lefties in the minor leagues.
Ball outside, 2-0.
Good takes by Holiday on pitches just inches off the plate.
Strike right there, 2-1.
Sam Long does not throw hard, but one of the highest arm angles in baseball. Except fastball, sneaky good.
Ground ball, tapped, foul.
Here, and it's 2-2. An 8-batter inning right now for the Orioles. 4 hits and a walk, 2 have scored.
Grounded foul again.
Last inning, he tripled up the gap.
Ground ball, base hit up the middle. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in.
Orioles magic, feel it happen. Orioles magic, feel it happen.
2-run single for the rookie. Birds go up 6-0.
Another day makes, huh? Orioles did not look good. It was kind of sloppy last night. Some balls they were hitting really hard. Didn't have much luck on. This ball not hit very hard, but hit in the perfect spot. Pushes across 2. Gary Sanchez goes first to third. The Orioles have pushed across 4 here in the 6th inning. Well, Jackson Holiday, a triple, and now a 2 RBI single.
That'll bring up Gunner. Henderson, 0 for 3 today, looking for a hit. Strike right there.
His 3rd 2-hit game of the year. In his 8th game last year, he only had 6 multi-hit games. He played in 60 games. Henderson, the 9th batter of the inning.
I don't know so much hot, Ryan. They're just, they're hitting them in the right locations. That wasn't hit hard. It was just in the right spot.
Really hard all offseason. That new batting stance, the toe tap, get his foot down, get in a ready position. I asked Matt, I said, how much BP you think you throw on a daily basis to those 2 guys? Jackson.
Ball outside, 1-2.
But he said they literally worked. Of course, Jackson worked so hard away from the field, too. I mean, put on a lot of muscle, 10 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, Gunner's a big boy.
He said, I think Jackson's going to be a different ball player this year. He said he's much more confident in what he's doing.
Ball down low, 2-2.
He loves the toe tap. He's comfortable with it after getting the chance.
Joshua, what's up? About time we find our bots. Yeah. Joshua, check and make sure you're subscribed to the channel, dude. I'll be calling a lot of their games. Welcome in, my friend. Henderson fouls it off. There's Sweet Richard in the house. You think they got a chance to beat them?
First and third and 2 outs. And 4 straight Orioles have reached. 4 runs have scored. He's thrown 25 hits.
Throw to first, runner's back.
In fact, the only 2 Orioles.
First game tonight is 6 o'clock, Florida and Auburn. Who wins that game, everybody? Strike right there. Gunner looks at it. He does not like it again.
But the Orioles break it open a little bit. 4 runs in this 6th inning for a 6-run lead.
This is not a blue moon. Now it is. No, it's not. Now it is. No, it's not. Now it is. No, it's not. Now it is. A Valencia orange makes a blue moon, and everything a little brighter.
Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the
Bottom of the 6th coming up.
With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. What's in your wallet?
Ugh.
Everything comes out amazing.
It literally tastes like it just came out of a restaurant. This is incredible.
Get a stretch in. I needed a good stretch.
Chef-crafted meals, smart oven.
Needed a good stretch.
Cooking as simple as scanning a QR code. With KCvsBAL, you can easily explore a wide array of meals.
I was really hoping we would get up over that 200 mark on subs today. I don't think it's going to happen. YouTube isn't giving us much love today, sharing us out, getting a bunch of new friends in here. I figured if we got 9 or 10 people today, 8 or 9 with baseball, we'd have a shot with football. But YouTube, what are you doing? Whit, Pascatino, Perez coming up.
I found smalls. They made high quality, fresh cat food with human grade ingredients right to your door. But most importantly, Oscar loves it. He's at a healthier weight. He's much more playful. His coat is softer than ever. And even his breath is better. And of course, he loves the Bucks too.
Okay. Whatever Sully is.
Outstanding in the 5th inning. Start off at first and second, nobody out. Ready throw, and Melendez single, and then Tomo goes to work. Weak fly ball to Garcia. KCvsBAL, a pop-up right behind home plate, and then a routine fly ball out toward left center field for Johnson, India. So first and second, boy, the good ones, maybe they find a way to elevate their game in big moments. And this is the biggest inning right here for me. Orioles have all the momentum. He stacks a 0 right here. It's going to be good news for the Orioles.
And he'd be the first Oriole to get through 6 innings besides Zach Eflin, who's done it twice. 6-0. It was 2-0 into the 5th. A big 6 for the Orioles, who sent all 9 to the plate. And Sagano will try to get through Whit, Pasquantino, and Ferris.
Sully is pouting. He might be. Sugano in there.
Have combined to go 0 for 6. 0-2.
Ball inside, 1-2. Does the cat burglar have a special one as well? Whit, Pascatino, Perez. 1-2 coming up here. Ball down low, 2-2. Don't want to start walking, people.
He's tripled up on the split now.
Something up here.
Popped up. Is that going to stay in play? Mountcastle over? No. Runs out of room. No more real estate over there.
pushing and pushed his ball right on top of the Royals dugout. Starting with the curveball for a strike with 3 consecutive spitters. Back to the 90 mile.
2-2 pitch to Witt. That's gone. My God, he killed it. Curveball. That's crushed. Home run, Kansas City.
As Witt knocks his first home run of the year out to left field.
That pitch was up and he drove it. You can't play upstairs. The upstairs is up off limits. Play in the basement.
200 feet, first long ball.
Curveball that just spun. Cement mix hanger. 399 feet away. Come on, son.
Last year's MVP runner-up. Off a 32 home run season with Kansas City as number 1, 2025.
Line drive, gonna fall in, base hit. All right, get the bullpen up.
Well, the bat hit to Bobby Witt Jr. That was a pretty good fastball right there, right in on the hands of Pasquantino. He just kind of shoves it out toward right field, right in front of Tyler O'Neill. That ball right in on his.
That ball could have been caught, but hey. Perez 0 for 2 today. Check swing. Did he go? Yeah, he did.
According to Jordan Baker.
Did he go?
It's close. Doesn't matter. Umpire called it. Perez fouls that off out in front of it. 0-2. Orioles looking for a double play here. Twin killing would be nice. The Baker is getting up. Time to start cooking. 0-2 coming to Perez. Fouled off another one. It's wasting pitches right here. If you're brand new, hit that subscribe today. We'd love to have you hang out with us more. Later tonight, I'm doing football UFL on the channel.
Close to a safe situation. You're going to see those two. How do you bridge the gap from Sagano to the back end? That's the question.
Ball outside, 1-2.
Perez, the 83rd pitch for Sagano.
1-2.
Got to start with Brian Baker. It's a pretty good place to start. To bridge the gap because he has been outstanding so far in 2025.
Two and two. Now he's back to flat.
Perez is a wonderful guy to try to double up. Does not run well. Orioles in pull mode in the infield. See Westberg, he's almost playing behind second base.
Right-hander 2-2. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Blew it right by him. Wow. How about that? Did not expect to see that right there. He came right up and challenged him.
Windup. Swung on and missed.
Sanchez is set up for the inside part of play.
One out.
This fastball just sails away from Salvador Perez, but nonetheless, it works in a big first out. Here to
Spinner into Massey, the DH. That's a strike. Strike 1. Michael Massey.
9 double plays last year. We'll say it for maybe the 8th.
Sagano kicks and kneels to the left-hander. Ball in the dirt. Nice block.
No time like the present, though, as Sagano tries to get through 6 in his second big league start. Massey has popped up to short, grounded out over.
At the set. Kicks and deals. Oh, he hit him. Well, that stinks.
So 3 of the 4 Royals have reached here in the 6th.
Yeah, and all of a sudden,
Runners on first and second now.
That goes for a homer.
I think they're going to go take him out.
Threw the ball from one side of the plate to where he was trying to get to the other side of the plate.
Joshua gifted a membership to Pringle. Thank you, Joshua. Everybody give Joshua Sharon a little bit of love. Say, great job. Thank you very much. What's up, Mr. Herwig? How you doing, Aaron? Thank you, Joshua. So grateful. We're trying to build an army of people, trying to get it where we have a majority of the people in the chat have the special emojis every time. So thank you. That helps. Pitch and change for the Orioles. We will be right back with the pitch and change.
This town ain't big, this town ain't small. It's a little of both, they say. Outball club may be minor league, but at least it's AAA. We sit below the Marlboro Man, above the right field wall. We do the wave all by ourselves. Hey, a blind man could have made that call. We like our beer flat as can be. We like our dogs with mustard and relish. We got a great pitcher, what's his name? Well, we can't even spell it. We don't worry about the pennant much. We just like to see the boys hit it deep. There's nothing like the view from the cheap seats.
And the amazing Debbie Bernfeld sharing some love with us today as well. With Benjamin Burton and Fred and Blue Polo and Everything Rare and Dorina Gibson, all gifted because of Debbie's generosity. Thank you, Debbie. Appreciate you helping us keep alive the Army. Keep the Army alive in 25, I think is how it was said.
Only one walk and 4 strikeouts for the big right-hander. Now it's time for Brian Baker. Baker making his 5th appearance of the year. You see the ERA has not given up a run yet.
Welcome in, Robert Sprite.
2/3, 7 strikeouts, has not walked a batter yet. So Brian Baker has been outstanding, and this is the highest.
All right, Baker coming in. He's got a chance to shut it down here if he can.
Just 1 out.
Right-hander on right-hander.
Against center Renfro.
Renfro, first pitch, strike right there.
Brian Baker, last man in the bullpen to start the season, has worked his way into a high leverage spot here.
Ball just a bit outside, 1-1.
Brandon Hyde trusts him with the ball. A 5-run lead, but a couple of Royals on.
Yeah, he was sharp from day 1 was Baker in spring training. New change-up grip, new arm slot.
Ground ball hit hard over to third, to second for 1, back to first, double play. Birds turn it and get out of it.
Our not-so-long national nightmare is over. The Royals have finally grounded into a double play.
We're going to the top of the 7th.
Spins it for the Orioles.
Do it, fake show. Boy, has he been good. Love this right here. Roll it, boys. Ramon Arias, the Gold Glover, picks it up. A perfect feed to Westy, who finishes it off on the back end. Orioles are off the field, up 6-1.
Dun, dun, dun.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or
Westburg, Mullins, and Mountcastle do up.
with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ego, Milwaukee, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery or ready for pickup in 15 minutes. Conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock. With
Top of the 7th.
Investment opportunities are everywhere you turn. To charge forward. Freeze the trends. Or let curiosity light the way. At T. Rowe Price, we're asking smart questions about opportunities like AI.
I was trying to see here.
To support AI might better support us all. Better questions, better outcomes.
No, it's not it. Okay.
Verizon and
AT&T announced price hikes a total of 10 times in the past 2 years. Doesn't that blow your mind? Families can switch to T-Mobile and get all the benefits of their plans while saving 20%. T-Mobile blows the competition away.
Who we got coming up here? We got Westberg starting it up. Westberg today is over.
Orioles Baseball Ambassadors brought to you by Long Fence. Touch all bases and score big. For great savings, visit longfence.com. And by Royal Farms, real fresh.
You live in Wisconsin, your family is from Catonsville, Maryland. Nice. Good area to live in. Welcome in, Shelby.
15, 20 minutes from there.
We broadcast Catonsville baseball games on this channel a lot, Joshua. Ball inside, Westberg.
Chris Stratton is the new Kansas City pitcher in a 6-1 game in the 7th.
Yeah, Stratton, 4-seam fastball, change-up curveball, and a slider.
He threw the 9th inning yesterday, 20 pitches, 9 for strikes.
And
the Royals 8-2 win. The second 2012 first rounder to pitch in the game. And in fact, he was one pick after today's starter, Michael Wacha. Wacha went 19th to the Cardinals at Texas A&M. Stratton was one pick later to the Giants out of Mississippi State. So back-to-back SEC picks in that first round of 20.
Line drive, base hit for Westy. Knew it.
The baseball gods have a funny sense of humor. The Orioles just smoked the ball right into Royals gloves all night yesterday, and they are dinking and tucking their way to a 10-hit game today.
Oh, when the dust settles on 162, it typically all evens out, KB.
Jordan Westberg's first hit of the year. That was a little bulldog on bulldog crime right there. Mississippi State first rounders 8 years in between.
Yeah, I haven't seen much for Formula One there, bud.
Right field 2, the first round.
Ball outside, 2-0.
In the 2013 draft.
Mullins to be followed by Mountcastle and O'Neill.
Adam Frazier, former Oriole, former Royal the last 2 years. Teammates with Stratton and Renfroe as well at Mississippi State.
Ball down low, 3-0.
The SEC is where the best baseball is played across the country. Opening day rosters this year in Major League Baseball, the SEC had 80 players across Major League Baseball. The next closest conference was the ACC with 63.
Ball down low. Mullins will take a walk. 4-pitch walk to Mully.
Friday, April 18th, the Orioles host the Cincinnati Reds at 7:05. Get to the ballpark early because the first 15,000 fans receive an Orioles hockey jersey. The one sport the SEC doesn't rule. And it's presented by Lido Pizza. Go to Orioles.com/tickets.
Just because they don't have hockey in the SEC, huh?
Mountcastle up there now.
Their manifest destiny, probably.
Ball down low, 1-0.
SEC Final Four game today. Florida, Auburn. And then Duke, Houston is the other game in the men's Final Four.
I don't even know who's out. Is anybody even favored in that one? I mean, both those teams are obviously outstanding.
Florida's a slight favorite. Florida beat Auburn in the regular season.
They just played once in the regular season?
Just once in the regular season. Florida won at Auburn. Florida won the SEC postseason championship. Auburn won the regular season championship. And then you got Duke, Houston, all 4 1 seeds in the Final Four for only the second time. So you got no pick in that game.
I'm going to pick the Auburn Tigers.
You're just loyal to the Tigers. That's what you are.
No, I'm just guessing. I think it's a toss-up anyway.
Women's Final Four. Championship game tomorrow. South Carolina representing the SEC against UConn.
Tom Staley.
UConn had just beat UCLA by 34 yesterday.
Cooper Flag's my guy. I bet you he's a lot of guys. People's favorite.
1-1 to Mountcastle.
Great player for Duke.
Ball upstairs, 2-1. PNW, hello, welcome in.
Short list of
Girls Championship tomorrow, cool.
prospects we've seen in college.
How many stadiums have I been to? Like 15, maybe 16, somewhere in there.
You got Duke winning the whole
17. I think it's like close to 17. I have to sit and figure it out. Maybe I'll do that in between innings, try to figure it out off the top of my head. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Mountie, looking for something to drive.
Looking to do some damage here.
Westberg and Mullins are the runners. Terrific speed all around.
Line drive foul.
Will spoil one out of play.
A little bit. Helps a little bit, yeah.
2 runs, 2 hits, and a walk in the second. The Orioles had extra base hits in the 4th and 5th, but couldn't score a run. And then 4 runs, 5 hits, plus a walk in the 6th inning. So plenty of base runners today as they try to snap a 3-game losing streak.
Mountcastle, ground ball tapped over to second. Shortstop's going to throw him out at first. He moves the runners up, but there's an out. Let me see how many stadiums I've been to. I've been to Boston. Old Yankee, that's 2. New Yankee is 3. Camden is 4. Memorial Stadium for the Orioles, former one, is 5. Washington National Stadium is 6. Tampa Bay is 7. Hold on 1 second with 7. Strike right there to O'Neill. Tampa Bay is 7. Miami is 8. Been to the Cubs, 9. Been to San Diego, 10. Been to Cincinnati, 11. Shot, center field. O'Neill drives it. It's going to get down. O'Neill racing around is going to get into third with a triple. 2 more for the Birds. Now I forgot where my number was.
I'm not sure Isbell saw this ball.
Had to go back and do it again.
And I mean, peppered out straightaway center field, into traffic, into the wind. 4-seam fastball, pretty much in the heart of the plate. And boy, is that a pretty swing right there. Isbell kind of ran toward right center field, ball landing in left center field. Tyler O'Neill never checked up. He could see it. The play was in front of him and easily into third base with a triple. That's how you answer.
Ground ball, Herkstead. Nice play at second. Saves a hit, holds the run in.
And that will keep O'Neill at third.
O'Neill at third with 2 outs. So let me think here. Let me do this again.
For the second out.
Let me do these stadiums again. So going up north first. Boston 1, New York 2, Old Yankee 3. Coming back down the coast. Been to Philly, that's 4. Camden's 5, Old Memorial 6. National 7. Down the coast. Miami 8. Tampa Bay 9. Okay. Arlington in Texas 10. Up to Chicago, the Cubs 11. San Diego 12. Cincinnati 13. Cleveland 14. Where else have I been? That's 14 right there. 14. Let me look at the teams. Let's see if I pick out something I'm missing. 14 right there.
Played at Boston for a year, but
yeah, so when he gets going, he's at above average.
Pirates Stadium 15. I've been to PNC. Haven't been there. Haven't been there. Haven't been there. So I'm at 15.
It's been a little bit of a circus out there for him in center field today.
So I've been to 15.
I mean, even
and I'm going to be to 2 more this year that I haven't been to with Milwaukee and the White Sox. Foul ball. So by the end of the year, I'll be at 17.
His routes are not always the most efficient. And again, that was a very difficult play.
So you're saying he gets a great jump to the sometimes in the wrong direction of where the ball's going?
Wrong way is going. Statcast did keep that at 50% catch probability, 50-50 play. Maybe a little bit harder than that with the men, though, I think. Ramon.
Fly ball driving to deep left field. Ramon got under it. Runs it down. Melendez at the wall. That'll take away a run and a hit. That'll end the inning. Middle of the 7th. Let's stretch it out. There we go. Theme Park Giant. That's a good list. Anybody that's new today, hit that sub up here in the bottom of the 7th. Help us out.
At 7:05 at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Make your plans and head to the game early, as the first 10,000 fans will receive an Orioles Clear Stadium bag. Snag this giveaway to show off your Orioles pride all season long. Come out to the yard and enjoy an action-packed evening of Orioles baseball. Be sure to get
that's true, Joshua.
And buy your tickets today at orioles.com/tickets.
That is very true.
Stream every out-of-market game live or on demand, plus stream MLB Network 24/7 for the entire season. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details.
There is Keegan Aiken.
Aiken coming into pitch for the Orioles. Aiken into pitch.
Aiken making his 5th appearance of the year. He's only worked 3 2/3 so far.
Fouls that one off. I'm looking forward to going there.
Baker should be good to go for tomorrow. He only threw 3 pitches. And now Aiken with a 7-run lead against 7-8-9.
Ball upstairs. Just got to throw strikes here. That's the whole key. Got to throw strikes.
Do you think on 4 days rest we'll see Cano and Bautista?
I would think so, yeah. I wouldn't want my back and my pin to sit that long. Especially early in the year. Now, as the appearances begin to come and the pitches begin to mount up as you get to the second half of the season, I'd be okay to a little more rest from time to time. But early in the year, they're pretty fresh. I want to get them out there and keep them sharp as I can.
Aiken threw 2 days ago.
Dun, dun, dun.
2-run homer to Tristan Casas and the
Where
finale
is-
Boston. Fastball heavy on the season.
Three balls, 2 strikes.
Velocity down just a tick from what it was last year. Last year averaged right about 94. This year it's a shake.
Where's my pitching? Fouls it off 3-2.
Up 3-2.
These are tough days, though, to generate velocity. Typically, everybody's velocity on days like today when it's cool and windy. Early in the year, typically the velo is going to be down just a tick.
Ball inside. He walked him. Not what you wanted to do. I'm going to Boston myself, Joshua.
Second walk for Oriole pitching today.
Second walk today.
KCvsBAL walked 1, struck out 4 in 5 1/3. 5 hits, 1 earned.
Yeah, the Cubs are a lot of fun to go to a game.
Start by him.
Absolutely a lot of fun. Keenan Aiken comes in with the strike. Aiken needs to throw strikes all night.
Big innings for the Oriole offense. 3 multi-run innings in this game. And clean defensively, they haven't had a ton to do, but a couple of more difficult chances they've handled well. Monterias
1-1.
down at third. Garcia.
Well, that's ripped foul. Wrigley was awesome to go see a game. Strike 3. Wow.
Strike 3 for Aiken against Garcia, looking on a low fastball.
Low heater right pretty much in the heart of the plate. That low fastball to Keegan Aiken.
Never been to Target, but I do want to get the Target feel.
He just kind of sits in that one spot. You see it as a hitter right at the bottom, and you need to say, well, that's going to fall below.
Yeah, I want to get out there and see that stadium. That's probably going to be on next year's list. Minnesota, Detroit. I want to get to those two.
Some pitchers' fastballs will play up because of their extension. Keegan Aiken doesn't really have that. He doesn't release the ball close to home plate at all. In fact, it's one of the lowest extensions in the league, Ben, so it's more about the spin rate that makes it.
Hello, Lila.
Yeah, and the deception of the ball, too. I always ask hitters when they face certain, and I've talked to our hitters when they face Keegan Aiken in line, they say, you just can't pick up the ball. You don't see the ball. And then, like you're saying, it's got that carry through the zone, too. So he's a hard guy to pick up. And you factor it in with a good spin rate, which he just stays on play a little.
Yeah, I've heard the same about it.
That's how Keegan Aiken's able to throw a.
It looks good on TV.
More than most.
There's the pitch hitter Tyler Tolbert against Aiken.
When Aiken gets that changeup going, he will throw the changeup in the little slider.
Every stadium has its nuances.
Had a little bit of spin last year. The slider added some spin and was just a devastating pitch.
Fouled that back, 0-2.
Foul by Tolbert. Not a great minor league hitter, 27 years old. He is up here to be the speedster. Gerard Dyson, the Terrence Score, the Dairon Blanco of his team, but he gets it at bat here, down 8-1. And he'll strike out.
Strike out. Take a seat.
Changeup up and away, and Aiken has punched out the last 2.
Leadoff walk to Melendez. No problem. Back to back.
Well, that sounds cool, Joshua.
One swing for Keegan Aiken.
Yeah, Old Tiger Stadium. 430 feet to dead center or whatever it was. That used to be something, that park.
This is weather Keegan Aiken's used to. He's rocking the short sleeves. He's a Michigan kid, all of Michigan, about 2 hours north of Detroit. Worked out in a barn a few years ago in 2020. He got home to Michigan. Their COVID, everything was totally shut down in the state. So he said he had to just work out in a barn and take what he could.
Crazy expensive food up there? Really? I wonder why.
Bad weather, 45 minutes of sunshine. So
move the horses out of the way, the chickens, and push them out of the way to make you a mound. walk out the back door to the barn on the property and start throwing. Well, there was a lot of guys that got very creative during COVID, obviously. Workout facilities weren't opening. You had to get creative if you wanted to get your work in. Some mattresses were really worn out during the spring of 2020. 3-2 for India.
Oh, it looked like strike three. Didn't get the call.
It's 1-2. Tell you what, I knew that ball was close. I wanted to see it again. It actually caught the bottom of the stomachs. He could get the call.
That should have been strike three. Really should have been.
Oriole dugout, Oriole pitching coach having a quick conversation with Keegan Aiken. So talk me through what we're seeing here, Ben, with Keegan.
You live an hour and 20 from there. There you go.
Well, we talked about it. It's no two-seam fastball. It's all four-seam fastball. So you see how he spent it 24.
It's easy to be biased to places you love that are close to home. I get it.
2,300.
I get it. I get it.
To you at home, that means the ball defies gravity. In other words, each hitter's used the ball coming down at a certain break to him, like most balls come down. But Keegan Aiken's fastball just kind of stays on plane. See the 18.3 inches of induced vertical break. That's well above average. The average big league fastball, about 16 inches of induced vertical break. But simply put, all it means.
Here comes Bobby Witt.
Stays on plane longer. Back in my days, hitters would come back to the dugout and say the fastball just jumps on you like it rises, it rides through the zone. Now with the technology we have, that's what they were talking about. A fastball that simply defies gravity and stays on plane a little longer than most. Bobby Witt Jr. pops the first.
Popped up.
Short.
Holiday, he'll take it.
So Keegan made it a little trick here, but spins himself out of there. And the Orioles lead by 7 after 7.
Birds by 7 going to the 8th.
Those old service. Unfortunately, I don't trust them very much because I don't know what they're putting down. Nobody's gonna.
You know, Joshua, you just need to order them from Jimmy's and just have them mailed to you. That's the best way. Order them from Jimmy's, have them mailed to you. You'll feel like you're sitting right in Baltimore. One of the best crab cakes around. I won't say the best because there's, Maryland has about 8 to 10 places that are really top for crab cakes.
And I had reached the ceiling, so I enrolled in UMGC.
Who's coming up for the Birds? Dirty Sanchez.
UMGC.
TikTok.
Dirty Sanchez coming up.
Chipotle Primo. Dano started right here in this house that I actually bought from my grandmother. It was the hardest I'd ever worked, and COVID hit. I felt like it could be the end of Dano. So then I had the TikTok viral video, and I never looked back. TikTok from a one-man show to 45 team members in Louisville, Kentucky. Now we're going to be in 20,000 grocery stores nationwide.
Total match runs.
Campus is a school for real life. One that
Right now it's even. Or it's odd.
The undergraduate credits for relevant experience and get the support you need from your first day to graduate.
All right.
What will your next success be?
Yeah, I love Jimmy's. I ordered or mail it out a lot. Market on this game is closed.
Kansas City, Kevin Brown and Ben McDowell with you. The O's have lost 3.
All right, here comes Sanchez.
Win today, they'll get to 4-5. Even the series with Kansas City, where the finale tomorrow, 2:10 Eastern, 1:10 local. Kate Popovich and Chris Bubich. Tyler Tolbert stays in center. And Gary Sanchez hits the ball out of his way, right at center field.
Nice rundown.
Can't pick him up, put him down, can he? Right-handed bat, Gary Sanchez, the ball slicing away from him. And he easily ran that one down.
Going out for Chris Stratton. A nice day for Sanchez. 2-run single and a walk, and a strong day for Jackson Holiday as well, with a triple and a 2-run single. Orioles put 2 across in the second. Mountcastle singled, O'Neill walked to lead off the inning, and 3 batters later, Sanchez singled them both home. Holiday part of a 4-run sixth. Mullins had a bunt hit. Mountcastle had a bloop hit.
Holiday up there, 9th hitter in the lineup.
And after Sanchez walked, Holiday played at 2.
Strike 1-2.
Mullins walk and a 2-run Tyler O'Neill triple. Gunnar Henderson's 0 for 4. Poor Gunnar. Everybody else has gotten in on the action, as the other 8 Orioles starters have reached.
It ain't over yet.
No, he'll get another chance coming up after this. Only his second game back as well. He's still finding his way back into the rhythm this season.
Ground ball over to second, base hit.
Jackson Holiday.
The boy is working a magic wand so far this year. And what's different, I felt like he tried to pull the ball a lot last year. And again, I'm going to go back to a little bit of a toe tap. You get that foot down early, you're in a hitting position, you're in a ready position for whatever you need. He's always had the fast hands, plenty of power, and he just shoved that ball in the hole. I am loving what I'm seeing from the youngster so far this year.
This was coming in.
1-0 pitch coming to Henderson.
Basically doubled his batting average. And think about today, base hit to center in the 6th, after a triple to right field in the 5th, and now a base hit to left in the 8th.
He is simply hitting it wherever it's pitched. And when you get there as a hitter, you are so dangerous.
Strike 1-1.
It's so fun to just watch this progression.
Yep, that's true.
It's called work. It's called talent. It's called sticking with it. You got to punch for the first time ever.
Foul, that's strike.
Big leagues, a lot of attention, a lot of expectations. Number 1 prospect in baseball. It's kind of what you're talking about. 20-25, 7 hits. You see where he's going with it right now. More hits the backside of the field he has a pull up. And why is he able to do that? Because he's able to get his foot down and not be in a hurry and just simply throw the hands at wherever the ball is.
Throw to first, he's back. Time is called.
It's his 3rd career 3-hit game. He had a 4-hit game against Boston and a 3-hit game at the end of the year at Minnesota last year. For that last series at Minnesota, we saw the toe tap for the first time. He had a great final weekend of the year.
Ball just misses 2-2.
Drastic in the middle of the season. But watch this. Watch the front right foot. Just down and there. And that timing for him is so much easier to time it up than a big high leg kick. A big high leg kick, I mean, you have to be perfect with your timing when you have a big high leg.
Curveball outside, 3-2.
And look, we talk about this all the time. His dad, Matt, hit like that. And Matt had an unbelievable career with a bigger, higher leg kick. But in today's time, with the fastball velocities being what they are, you don't see many guys with that big high leg kick.
Fouls that off, 3-2.
Anytime you gain 10 pounds, you get a little bit stronger. The hands are probably a little bit faster than what they were last year. So you combine that with the work that he put in and feeling very confident about where he is now. That tuck tap. Results are great so far.
Just Daniel Lynch for Kansas City, Matt Bowman in the Oriole bullpen.
Strike 3 and a ball 4. That was ball 4 and he swung at it.
So just a second game back After a 5-game rehab assignment, Gunnar Henderson still working through his swing.
Really good changeup right there.
2 outs in the inning.
Seeing some nasty stuff today, too. Feels like every Royals pitcher saved their best for Gunnar. A golden sombrero today. 2 down, here's Westberg.
Ground ball over to second. Up clean over to first. Bottom of the 8th coming up.
They're 6 outs away, though, from getting back in the win column.
3, 4, 5 coming up, I believe.
In our nature to explore the possibilities, embrace the unknown.
Coming up.
On the same road, knowing the unexpected may occur. When you need us, we'll be there. If you're injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS.
Delmarva's Motorcycle Lawyers.
When you want bedtime to be a good time,
Nice, sweetheart.
it matters where you stay. Conrad Hotels and Resorts. Hilton for the stay.
I love betting on the NBA with FanDuel, especially when I've got the world's greatest basketball mind on my side. What's up, Chuck GPT?
Chuck GPT.
What do you think about this parlay? It's great, but why don't you use me for something you really need help with? What does Charles Barkley really need help with? Hundreds of results found. Uh-oh. Fashion sense, basic math. What? Being on time, moisture control, conflict resolution, enunciate, free throw percentage.
New customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets if you win. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Eating vegetables.
Good morning. Start.
Pascatino. Perez and Massey. Yep, that's what's coming up.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert, doing everything while you do your thing. Now this Intuit TurboTax.
Today, the Royals tour. Chris Davis became the 4th player in Major League history.
Can't stand Chris Davis.
Of his team's first 4 games, back when left center field used to be there, and it now sort of is again. Grand slam 5 burpees as the Orioles beat the Twins. Willie Mays, Mark McGwire, Nelson Cruz, Chris Davis, and later Trevor Story. The 5 players to homer in their first 4 games. Live the life you love. Don't let your feet get in the way. Visit
Pascatino up there. 1 for 3 today. Aiken lefty on him. First pitch swing and he drills it, but to right and playable. Tyler O'Neill makes the play, 1 away.
To get Benny Pasquantino. And apparently will continue to remain in the game 26 pitches deep.
Here comes Perez.
Union Cano and or Felix Bautista's support, both on 4 days rest. That's not in the immediate plans, though.
Ball outside to Perez. 1-0.
Aiken, they're still throwing after 27 pitches.
Fly ball right field. Playable. Tyler O'Neill coming running across everywhere to run it down. Nice play, O'Neill.
And a couple of tough jumps in this series, but O'Neill smoothly into that running catch.
Yeah, top right of your screen right there, you can see a little bit of a hesitation, a little bit to the right. He's got closing speed.
2 outs here in the inning. Strike right there, first pitch.
3 pitches to get the first 2 outs.
Massey, your DH, he's 0 for 2. Grounded foul. 2 strikes.
The Royals have slugged their way to their first 3 wins. 29 runs in their 3 wins. They've only scored 7 in the 4 losses.
Fly ball right field. O'Neill's got to get them all this inning.
Fly ball in O'Neill's direction. 3-9.
3 outs. He can catch them. Top of the 9th inning. Mullins, Mountcastle, O'Neill coming up. Mullins, Mountcastle, and O'Neill.
This is not a blue moon.
Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. A Valencia orange makes a blue moon, and everything a little brighter.
Grandpa earned it for my family. Mom earned it for me.
Mountcastle. Mountcastle is what, 3 for 4?
Kids and their kids for generations to come. Start your family's legacy. USAA. See if you can become a member today.
Mountcastle is 2 for 4 today.
Vet care 7, including same-day virtual appointments and guidance on nutrition and behavior. With convenient, trusted care just a tap away and prescriptions delivered right to your door, Dutch is here for all your new parent questions and those everyday uh-oh moments. Because at Dutch, we're more than a service. We're by your side every step of the way.
Tyler O'Neill is 2 for 3.
Expert care whenever.
Hi, I'm Olga, and this is Oscar. After feeding Dusty Kibble for a while, I was like, this is not real food. It just smelled so burnt and unnatural. Like, I wondered, what's even in this stuff? We tried wet food, which is basically canned mystery.
Let's go, let's go.
They made high quality, fresh cat food.
9th inning. I want to get a little bit of a break between baseball and football, just a hair.
He's at a healthier weight.
Some type of a slap nut
His coat is softer than
little break. I can eat some cheese balls.
Of course, he loves the box too.
Tomorrow, the Orioles play at 2 o'clock. I think I'm doing them.
Kate Povich, Chris Bubich, tomorrow's matchup, and then to the desert.
Then we go to the Diamondbacks. I'm doing all 3 of those games. Got a lot of Orioles baseball here in the next couple weeks, or this week.
Old friend Corbin Burns is a Diamondback now.
Mullins up there first.
However, we're not going to see Corbin Burns. He is scheduled to start against the Nationals tomorrow. I don't know if that's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. We can see him. We can feel nice about seeing him. We can say hi. And we can not worry about Corbin Burns throwing 7 innings, which he did so frequently with the Orioles last year. 6-7 quality innings.
Strike right there, 0-2.
Defensive substitutions. Kevin Biggio's at second.
Nope, I didn't take cheese balls from Doug.
Behind the plate, and
lucky enough to have my own. I was told I had to go buy some. I didn't want to. Ball gets away, 1-2.
You wouldn't expect to hear about a guy pitching down 8-1. Daniel Lynch IV has the longest active scoreless streak in Major League Baseball.
Oh, just missed the strike. Wow.
25 2/3 consecutive scoreless innings. Remade as a reliever.
Ball down low, 3-2.
He was recalled at the end of the year and didn't allow a run in 20 2/3. 5 scoreless this year. For a guy who had started all but one game in his pro career with 4 last year.
Ball 4, just misses. That's a walk.
And he puts Cedric Mullins on with a 6-pitch walk.
That's not what you want to do. Lefty on lefty, you want to get the out.
The Royals had an interesting idea. They had 4 picks in the first round of the draft, including the compensatory round, and they took college pitchers with all 4 picks. Lynch was one of them. He went 34th.
Mountcastle, ball 1.
Up and down, was traded to the Reds for Jonathan India this offseason. Jackson Kowar went 33rd. He really didn't have success here. I think Chris Bubich, who starts tomorrow, went 40th.
Now, Kowar was out of Florida, wasn't he? University of Florida.
Ball upstairs.
Yeah, the Orioles had, 3 picks to the top 32 picks, I think, this year. And I think it's going to be the year the Orioles are going to draft their pitcher for the first time early in the draft in the Mike Elias era.
You think so?
I think they're going to take a chance on a college arm. At least one.
Strike right there, 2-1.
There.
Thanks, that's my fault.
Yeah.
You're tuned in to the Pete McDevitt.
I accidentally hit that stream deck. My fault. Thank you.
Garrett Crochet's had the highest WAR, accumulated the most wins above replacement.
I was sitting here listening to them talk about the draft and all the players. I guess I just whacked it. Here's Laureano into pinch hit now for O'Neill.
The Orioles are going to pick 19th, then 30 and 31. They get compensatory picks because they lost Corbin Burns and Anthony Santander in free agency. Then they get a competitive balance pick after the second round, in addition to their regular second round pick. So they're going to be loaded up. 5 of the top 76 of the top 100.
Wow. Orioles have 5 picks in the top 100 this year in the draft. That's pretty good.
It's just graduated a lot of its great prospects to this team, and that means you're drafting right. The guys make it to the big leagues.
Strike right there, 3-1.
No longer are we going into a season saying the Orioles may have the game's best farm system, and that's okay.
They're 3-2
for Ramon.
Yeah, I saw about that. It's pretty crazy.
Kirstad, no longer part of that #1 minor league class. Picked up an RBI.
Well, that's going to make a sense. We graduated them to the major league team. You got to replenish after that. That's what we need right now. Replenishment.
And historically, the pitching has lagged behind the hitting in the Orioles minor leagues. Have graduated so many great hitters. They've been a little more creative in the way they've found pitchers. It's interesting to see if the philosophy
need to find some pitching.
Change at all this year. Of course, the Orioles folks will often tell you they want the best player available, regardless of position or need in the organization.
There's a lot of rain all over. Oh, takes a walk.
For the O's.
Yeah, I hope he does, or else he'll be hurting. His arm will be hurt at some point.
So Tyler O'Neill.
Here comes Herkstead.
Works a walk in his stead. Herkstead with another left-on-left out bat.
Herkstead 1 for 4 today.
Left field from Heston. That ball will not be caught.
Is that a base hit?
Dan Brazil said not a catch. It'll be a double play.
Double play. Wow. Orioles got unbelievable screwed.
Coming out. Maybe just a vent. We'll see if they want to challenge.
With Dan Brazil, the third base umpire, to me gave a little bit of a late call. Never moved out to the outfield to see if the ball was caught. There you can see it was clearly trapped by Melendez.
Double play. Oh.
Cedric started at third, thought the ball was caught, worked his way back, but nothing you can do on a play like that.
To the bottom of the ninth we go.
Unreal. Bottom of the ninth, everybody. Renfro, Melendez, Garcia, bottom of 9.
With Allegra.
Hi-ho. It's off to work we go.
Feeling sleepy. Get 0% brain interference for fast, non-drowsy allergy relief with Allegra. It's a
Bottom of the 9th.
Now playing rated PG.
There's an advertiser for Snow White. Doug loves that.
I figured out how to make us penguins fly.
That's going to be tricky without wings.
Exactly. That's why I've got Red Bull. It gives you wings. All we have to do.
94 mile an hour 5 years ago.
Come on, Dad. Just drink it.
Yeah, I'm sure. The kid yesterday, when I was sitting behind the plate, was throwing 86.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Doug says, hashtag great news.
New Chipotle honey chicken brings a hint of pure honey and seared smoked peppers with fresh chicken hot off the grill. For Chipotle heat with a touch of sweet and a perfectly balanced sauce.
Chipotle honey chicken.
No, 86. He was solid 86. Definitely a solid 86.
A blind spot that's never out of sight. How it should be. The Hyundai Tucson. Right now, get
all right, just checking over here.
for 72 months on the Hyundai Tucson. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Look, you can typically run a wins and losses graphic, and it's going to be dramatic by its nature. This year has been a particularly wide chasm between the good games and the bad ones. This is going to add to the left side, it looks like.
What's up, Paul Engel? Welcome in.
29 runs in their 3 wins. They put up 8 today, but just as impressive that they've only allowed 1.
Yeah, and for me, the game has been totally different. It's been a clean day. The base running's been good. No errors on the scoreboard. Thrown to the right bases. 5 for
Ball outside, 1-0. Gloria's in here hanging with us too, and Paul, Theme Park Giant, Rampy, a lot of good people in here. Thank you for being here.
ERA just a shade above 2 in his 4 and 3rd innings pitched so far. 20 batting average, really good. 176.
Popped up. Third baseman comes over and makes the play on the mound. That's the way you're supposed to do it.
If Matt doesn't move right there, that boy's right to the top of the forehead.
How many pop-ups did you catch?
A few of them, because that one right there is the easiest play for me, because the third baseman's got to come in, and then he's got to work up the mound and not trip to try to catch the ball. That's an easy one right there. You see Bowman, he's camped underneath it. Instead, he gets out of the way, and right where he was, there's Ramon to catch it.
Keegan Hicken had a fine day. 2 innings, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts.
He's thinking, well, maybe if I should have just stood there and put my glove in the air and caught it.
0-1 coming from Bowman to Melendez. I want to say thank you to all the moderators in here today that have been in here moderating and helping the channel. I appreciate you.
Felix Bautista and
I want to say thank you to Debbie Bernfeld, Joshua Sharon for their gifting of memberships today. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the members of the channel for supporting every day of the week. That means a lot. The chat was wrong today. They picked Henderson. He was 0 for 4. He was horrible. Rushman didn't play, so he didn't count. Bobby Witt hit a home run. The people that picked Bobby Witt, I guess, would be right. Out of all the people in the chat. Hit that subscribe on the way out if you haven't done it. Don't forget, we're doing football tonight. UFL tonight on the clock at 8 o'clock, I think it is. Strike right there, 3-2 to Melendez.
Sometimes it's back to back. Sometimes it's two out of 3 days, 3 out of 4.
I think if you actually had to pick a MVP, it was none of those. It was somebody else. Probably Tyler O'Neill. He had a good day. Football tonight. Yes. That's it. Well, at the track. Laureano gets it. 2 outs.
At the worst home run hitting ballpark for lefties in the majors. Yesterday was such a surprise, not just because the Orioles got blown up, because of the way they just didn't do the fundamental things, because of the sloppy defense. Tyler O'Neill doesn't slide coming home. Brandon Hyde today said if he slides, he's safe. It was an
ball outside.
Brand of baseball, and it's nice to know that this team has a short memory.
Well, we talked about this. Not having scar tissue. That's the greatest thing about baseball, right? You have a bad game. You have a game you want to forget. The great thing is you get to lace them up 24 hours later, and you get to go do it again and flush it. And look, this Oriole team, the last 3 or 4 years, this is how they've been. I mean, they have shown they don't have scar tissue. They're able to flush bad outings, bad appearances, and get right back after it again.
You got it, Rampage. Good, always good to see you. Thank you.
It wasn't a pretty sight last night.
1-1, 2 away, ball, 2-1.
Just hope you have very few of them.
2-1.
Oh, it's 2-1 to Garcia.
You got it, Joshua. Fouls that off, 2-2. We'll be back live tomorrow with the Orioles. We've got 5 or 6 Orioles games scheduled this week alone. So that's good stuff.
Give your offense an opportunity to stack zeros early in the game, and that's what Cigano was able to do. When you're playing from behind all the time, it's difficult.
Foul tip.
There was a lot of great offense today, a lot of encouraging at-bats. You put it all to the side. It starts with Tomoyuki Cigano, who showed off a lot more in his second game in the major leagues. Good spring training, rocky first start.
Strike. Oh, how is that not called a strike? Wow.
Was awesome for most of the game today.
That's crazy.
The Orioles thought they were getting. That's the guy we heard about in scouting reports. That was the kind of command that could play in the big leagues. We'll see if he can do it next time out on the homestand.
Ground ball over to third, fielded by Urias. Orioles will get the win on the road today. 8 runs, 12 hits, no errors for Baltimore. 1 run, 5 hits for Kansas City. Cigano will get the win, his first one. Congratulations to him. That's good stuff. Tomorrow's game will be in the early afternoon, right around the 1 o'clock time frame. Make sure you're subscribed. If you're a member of the channel, hit up those emojis. We're trying to grow the membership. We want as many people to have those special emojis during the game as possible. Come back tonight, 8 o'clock. I'll be doing some football. Thank you, everybody. It's a good one for the Birds on the road for the win. Congratulations, Baltimore.